ongoing problems with a General Dracorn.
Yes.
I can't read my own handwriting. I think her first name was Levna
Yes.
Dracorn. With that black dragon that we almost met when we were dicking around and thinking about going to Dragon Spear Castle. And so, yes, that was one of the opportunities. Did I just write down Archibald? I have a note here. This is Archibald. I have no idea who Archibald is, but it's in the notes.
Yep. So they're
that's Kaneth's last name. Kaneth's daughter is kicking ass.
They're told some information about things that are happening on the war front, because while Waterdeep's been taken over, Neverwinter is trying to bolster their defenses, and there was some talk about trying to attack Waterdeep, but when once the dragons kind of showed up and this black dragon decimated many of the troops, Neverwinter kind of fell back. But they did send a group, a unit to Dragon Spear to get information and try to figure out if there's weaknesses on this dragon. And that was something that is going on elsewhere in the world. That was some of the rumors that came from the Yawning Portal. So good stuff. Good. I am recording now. So you got any other ads are welcome. All right. Sweet.
We met Red at a bar.
Red,
who loves his mom.
Yep. The Red who beat.
Also, just Malcolm,
beat Tempe and. Oh, go ahead.
Our images are a little scrambled.
Oh yes, let's get the images right, because they would. Oh yeah, they're scrambling around.
Not to do that to you right after you start recording.
Nope. Good. Yeah, good stuff. Because it would have been worse if they stayed that way. Because they were like earlier they were lined up, but that was before you got on. So yeah, they start like switching around.
It's always my fault.
Wow, Cheryl. On Women's History Month.
Some feminist I am. Some feminist. Cover me up with Jameson.
Oh man. All right, let's see. And Red is a sorcerer, not a fighter, which I know now. And
ooh.
I just
a Jameson special, a Jameson multi-class special.
There we
go.
Nope,
no multi-class, pure sorcerer.
Pure sorcerer. So Amnon needs to be, where is it? Okay, yeah, he needs to be right here.
Amnon goes that way.
And then Tempe's where he needs to be, and then Ravi needs to be, or not Ravi. Not Ravi. Bo.
Ravi is dead.
Ravi is.
Spit on that name.
He's
what did you do your hair?
I dyed it for this.
Who are you?
I stepped away for a second, but it sounded like you guys were objectifying Cheryl again.
No, that was me.
Nobody ever objectifies her. Stop it, Sean.
She's a person.
Stop it, Sean.
During Women's History Month.
I'm wearing a wig, Cheryl.
Comment down below if you think Lex is actually wearing a wig.
Comment down below if you think Lex is wearing a wig.
Oh man.
And then catch us next week for the ultimate review.
Am I Hannah Montana? You'll never know.
Shout out to Travis for creating the BBEG.
Yeah,
big baddie guy. BBEG, big baddie guy.
All right, so
he's not evil. We can save him.
I don't know.
We can redeem him.
Maybe not.
$5.
Only
I'll take
$5. $5.
I'm a broke grad student. It's all I've got to give.
Big spending gambler over here, bro. Holy shit.
I have $3.
Or we can do that. What was it? Changing places deal. $1.
2 copper pieces.
All right. Let's jump in. Return back to dry. I just feel like that, right?
Yeah, right. I mean, I know we're not, but it feels like
not,
it's so.
But yeah.
Kaneth. It's Kaneth. Oh no, Stagat. Did Stagat come with us? Did we leave Stagat behind?
Sagat is with you. It's Kaneth went to deliver the message to Durga. And so, yes, Kaneth is not here. And that's where Red has been supplemented for now.
Our new best friend.
So that's probably what we're feeling. Yeah, for sure. All right. And so the lowered basket, that kind of makeshift basket that Durnan lowers you all down into the yawning portal well, it touches ground, and somewhere there in the dark, the left hand, every one of them steps out, prepares their weaponry, prepares their gear, prepares for the journey ahead. The bottom of the well it's very dark. There's no sconces, there's no lighting. You have to rely on your dark vision, or you have to light some source of light.
We rely on the Mace of Disruption, which casts bright light for 30 minutes.
So that mace illuminates, and as it does, it shines light on this 40-foot square room, and there's a tunnel that leads south before bending west, and that goes off into the darkness. The floors here at the bottom of the well are sandy, and there are dented, rusty shields that adorn the walls, and each of them is covered in strange graffiti. And before you all can consult the map that Durnan gave to you, you hear a "wait for me" as someone sliding down that rope, boom, lands there in the basket. Big, heavy-bodied, the dwarf, the same one that was fighting there in the fighting pit. It is Red. And you can hear Durnan yell down, "Red's on your side. He's on our side. You have a map, but believe me, it doesn't make Undermountain any less dangerous. Strength in numbers, numbers, numbers," as it kind of echoes. As you all prepare to head deeper into the dungeon, Demetria sits there in thought. The idea of Bahamut being dead. How do you have faith in a dead god? And is this why she hasn't heard from Bahamut? Hasn't heard him speak deep within her soul for so long? But don't people pray to gods every day and never hear anything from them? But she's special, right? Anointed, right? Worthy. With a question mark on the end. And Amnon, he tries to shake the vision of truth that he's recently had. Araka, as a devil, she's done what devils do. Horrible things. But does it change that little ball of hate that's building somewhere deep down inside of him? And Tempe can't help but think about Lenore stuck all alone with Tiamat as her wicked stepmother, and he wonders if he's changed too much to truly be the father figure he was before. He wonders, did he fail? And as they ask those questions to themselves, we'll begin today's session.
Dude, what if we find Lenore and her and Tempe just go on like a killing spree or something? That'd be a cool episode.
I like it.
Right?
Old man Tempe.
Yeah. Okay. Aged in dog years from going through hell.
All right, so welcome back to Dragonlands. As we
Malcolm is like, what am I going to do to my players this session? I'm going to nuke them from the go, emotionally first. I'm going to enter them at the door. I'm going to get them emotionally, and then they're going to go to the physical pain.
As we open back there, preparing to head forth into the dungeon, one thing that I'll share with them before they go any further. Well, I'll because sometimes I think this group likes to kind of establish where they are, but I will say there are some things that I can share with you, Red, that you can kind of just assume that if you just share with them, but some things that you know about Undermountain. There could be other things that all of you actually know about Undermountain from being citizens of Waterdeep for some time. So it's not necessarily just Red. But most of it is lore and myth, as even Red has never actually journeyed. Very few people, well, maybe people journey here, but they often don't come back. And so, or depending on how many levels they journey into the Undermountain itself. But I'll turn it over to you all to see kind of where our characters are at before we continue. Or maybe just what they're talking amongst themselves, kind of.
Demetria is definitely concerned with Red joining up, looking between him and Tempe, knowing how that fight with Tempe went down back up top. Definitely Demetria is kind of angling herself between Tempe and Red to try and catch one of them by the collar if something happens.
Tempe's
Red's gonna
cool with it.
Yeah, Red's gonna roll on up to Tempe, pat him on the leg because he's not that tall. Like, there's no hard feelings, right?
I'm gonna get down low a little bit. He's like, none at all, and I'm gonna put my arm on his shoulder a little bit,
How to talk to short people. You're gonna crouch with your hands on your knees.
Yeah.
So this is Red's character, the sorcerer. Redhead is. All right. All right.
Well, look at Bo's mini. Bo's mini is big. Big boy.
Yeah. Fearbogs are like
Yeah.
They're giants, right? Part
Yeah.
giant.
Yeah. So and that, you explained that last game though, Alex, but it's to describe that he like casts an illusion that makes him look like smaller often.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Once a day.
Once a day.
Oh, wow.
So we have a really giant motherfucker and a really little motherfucker with us. It's fantastic.
We're averaging out. We're completing the Verizon stack here.
I like it.
All right, Demetria is gonna hold up the disruption mace and start to see where we're ready to group up and head out.
Okay. Demetria, can I have a perception check?
You may. Hey, Cheryl, you're gonna play D&D. Maybe you should open your dice bag. Too busy taking on my
planning on
field
role
job.
playing the whole time.
Perception. That's not going to be very good. Perception, yeah, -1. 12.
12. Okay, it's just enough. Just hits.
Yeah.
So, what Demetria notices is that as she's kind of looking at the walls, that some of those old iron dwarven like shields, one of them's so kind of rusted and broken. When the light from your mace illuminates, it kind of looks like there's something written behind a couple of the shields because they're like stacked on the wall, like they're like pinned up pretty close. And as you
I'll
make
go
a
up and
step-
I'll start moving them out of the way to see what's written there.
Okay. And then also with your perception, you notice that because of the sand, it covers up things that might be left behind by travelers' gear, things like that. So your foot kind of kicks in the dust there, like an iron spike, and an empty wine skin. And you realize in that same area, if you were to want to dig around the sand, there's stuff left over. Doesn't necessarily always look useful, but there's things that are lying there. But as you walk over, and so sorry, you said you walk over to the shield, and what do you do?
Moving them aside to see what's written
Move them
underneath
aside.
them.
You touch a shield, it's kind of hard and brittle. It clink, you try to touch it very delicately, but it falls and clangs against the ground. And behind the shield is this scrawled, as you begin to kind of look behind more of them, maybe 3 or 4 shields to get the full context of what it says. Scrawled there. It says, which I just had here. It
I just had here.
No, no. it looks like something is written in like dry blood. And it says, "Beyond the pillar forest, the mad mage waits."
Beyond the pillar forest, the pillar forge.
The pillar forest.
Forest.
Like a pillar
Beyond the
forest.
Pillar forest.
Yes.
The mad mage waits. Malcolm said, "I heard you're having fun in your module, so I'm going to give you another module in the middle of your module."
Oh, we can see your map.
I know, I see that. Yeah, that's not what I want to. It's actually sharing. I don't know why it's sharing the wrong map. It should be sharing.
So we're gonna have to have a conversation.
No, I saw it. I was trying to get it off. He's good.
Teacher, aren't you going to assign us homework?
Hey, I'm a huge anti-meta gamer to the point where I punched a Mind Flayer as a level 3 monk wizard.
Why is it sharing the wrong one?
And now we carry that said monk wizard's head around with us.
Right.
Just the brain.
Just the brain.
And it is beeping, right?
So you all do have a map.
Ooh.
And this is where you're at. And you can also look at this in Legend Keeper because you have access to it. And so this map, what you see on the map is what it's kind of scrawled, because this is like this is a map that was given to you by Durnan himself. And Durnan was one of the old adventurers who lore, you've heard it around town, that has like actually gone through the many levels of Undermountain. And this map only represents in its entirety. Only represents one section of the first level. All you see here is only anything that goes off the edges of the map goes to deeper of that first level. All Durnan has marked for you the pathway forward to get to level 2. And then the map goes further to mark on this I imagine it's like multiple maps. There's like he gives you 3 of them, and the second one maps you through the next level. But the thing is, of course, because you don't have to go this path, but you do have a pathway. You can explore the dungeon however you see fit, or you can stick to what Durnan has shared with you. Yeah, that's just something for you all to know.
Woof. Okay, let's stick to what Durnan told us to do.
Durnan's trying to get you to Skullport, which is where
it's these red diamonds on Legend Keeper are
the red diamonds
Durnan has marked out for us. Okay.
Yes, so it's like this would be like 1, this would be 2,
Perfect,
then the next one would be 3. He wants you to go this path 4, 5.
Where
6.
is that map on Legend Keeper?
You have to go down. It's a lot of cascading things. If you just go down,
oh yeah, because
it's under Yawning Portal. It's under Dungeon, under Yawning Portal, under Waterdeep, under the whole Dragon Lane.
Let me show you guys how to get there. I hate that. I forget. I wish there was an easier way. So look, you got to go to Waterdeep.
Nesting.
And then you go into Waterdeep, right? And then you go to where you guys were at. Because you always leave, the left hand was here. And they were at the Yawning Portal, right? So then you click on the Yawning Portal.
Oh, you're doing it from the map? Oh, I didn't know you could do it from the map.
You can also, I think you can also do it from the Cascade, from the
That's what
Legend.
I did, yeah.
You can also do it through the Legend. I think the Legend takes you easier. And then you go to the map, click in there, and then that's how you get here. Yeah.
We heard you like maps, so we put a map in your map.
I'm trying to building the maps within the map, so that I'm trying to help build out the world in that weird, crazy way, so that you guys can always go back to this shit and see where.
It's kind of cool because we're literally going underground in a dungeon, and it's cascading down.
Yeah.
It feels like we're going somewhere deep.
I can see the map, you guys. I can see it.
Yeah, I got the map, but I can't find the bar. House of the Moon.
It's the bar.
Do it from the cascading. They do it from the cascade. It's so much.
Yeah, show them how to do it. We're actually how do you, is it from the? Do you do it from
the drop down menu? You go to
drop
water.
down menu. That's actually easier.
Waterdeep.
Drop down menu. There's drop.
There you go. Let me show you.
Dude, I can't wait to rewatch this episode. This little part right here. This is fantastic.
Sean finally gets a timestamp. Sean can post a timestamp.
5 of us talking over each other how to find a fucking cascade.
Those of you at home, let us know if you found the dungeon.
This feels more like D&D.
For those of you following along at home with this live stream.
How the fuck did you get in our Legend Keepers?
Mm.
John, there's a spider in your glass.
This it's fantastic. My Spider-Man glass.
Huh.
I love that.
He's talking about IPAs. I'm here to steal your IPAs, Dr. Octopus. These beer glasses, I love them because you start drinking, then you're like, oh, don't you know I need my IPA to fight
It
crime?
comes with
I
a
need those
story. It
IPAs.
comes with a story.
It does. It comes. I got a Batman one too. It's fantastic. I'm drinking this real interesting beer though. Look at this one. Musk of the Minotaur.
Oh.
Ooh, that sounds
Mm.
dirty.
It sounds gross.
I love the can though. I love that shade of pink on the can.
Yeah, and it
Musk
tastes
of
real
the
fruity.
Minotaur.
So,
It just sounds so dirty, though.
it does. It does. Yeah, man.
So, Malcolm, I'm looking at the map on Legend Keeper, and I got all the icons. Is there some? Are the icons supposed to be like no information in them?
No information. They're just to guide. They're literally they're not to read anything. They're just to guide.
There are
you.
breadcrumbs. There are breadcrumbs.
They're just your breadcrumbs to follow. So imagine if it was on a map. It's a red line. Connect the red line dots, like someone drew it.
It's navigation assist.
And who's holding them? Who's our map? You all have access to the map right out above board, but who's probably the person holding the map? Who's our guide?
Well, a
And the
little
dark
has it now,
cartographer.
right?
What?
Red has it now, doesn't he?
It could,
No,
no.
Durnan
Red
gave
didn't
us
have it
the
because he
map.
gave it
Durnan
to
gave
you
it.
all, and then Red
Oh.
came in later.
Yeah,
I would
whoever-
picture that. I would picture that while Demetra is holding the mace up, guiding the way. I'm using Axel's devil sight to look at the map in the dark,
Okay.
and I'm just looking at it going, "What the fuck is this?"
Looking at it like this little axle.
Yeah, and I'm like,
happening in
what?
the big map.
Amnon, can I have a insight check?
Insight.
Oh, where's the post-it? Got my
Cheryl,
light.
you're so underprepared tonight.
Sorry, I didn't pack my insight post-it in my purse to go to the Barclay Theater and watch a presentation on
I
Chicago.
got an
Do
8.
that next time.
An 8. Okay. So
Yeah.
the map, it's like it looks freshly inked.
Or-
It doesn't look like an old map, strangely, right? It almost looks like someone has made this copy. Maybe these are copies that are made for resistance folk when they trust you, and they had them out. And so that means that there has been work to those who they trust to hand these maps out to. But that's all I think you get with the 8.
Okay. Let's see here. So that's this north. All right, we should take that tunnel there, going down south.
Going down south on it, Doc, and Dimitri will lead the way with the Mace of Disruption out.
So yeah, we're heading to 2A right now.
Empy asks Red if he's ever
What's the
been
marching order?
Me first.
D. Amnon.
And
Come on, new guy, keep up.
I'll stick to the back.
I think me and Red are still walking together.
Yep.
Oh, that's right.
Lex, how injured will Bo be if Dimitri immediately starts calling Red, but continues to call Bo new guy?
Very hurt after the many cigarettes we've shared.
Well, that kind of does make sense because technically Red isn't part of the left hand, while Bo is kind of being entered in right now.
Oh, suddenly I
Bo's
feel
getting
much
hazed.
better.
Bo's getting hazed.
Yeah,
to haze
yeah,
him.
exactly.
And so they travel very quickly or slowly but surely through down that way around the corner. Stagat and Lady Silverhand's leading up the rear. Stagat probably kind of being more right behind her, kind of watching the back, watching just even though he doesn't, they're fine now, but just kind of protecting from those sides. Lady Silverhand's having her magic ready and at her disposal. As you continue to travel around that corner, kind of leads over and you come to a hall. And whenever I describe this, also whenever you see like this area here, it means that there's a wall on this side. It's just better, it's easier viewing for you all. If there's an edge, then there's a wall there, right? Just like if I go back to this shot here, it was a 40 by 40, so that's a wall.
Better than when you do that because there's lava. I prefer that you do that when there's a
There's
wall
no lava
versus
right now.
when you do that with lava. Right now, he says.
There's no lava at the moment. Okay, so as you come to this area, what you see is this is about a 20-foot wide hall, and at the end there maybe goes down another 40-50 feet. There seems to be staircase leading slightly downward at the end of it, but along each of the halls on either walls on either side of you are these 10-foot sections of the wall that have 9-foot high, 4 feet wide, 3-inch door-shaped recesses, and each one of those recesses contains a relief of a bas relief of a demon etched into it. Each depicts a different kind of demon as you walk down the hall.
Can I use a divine sense as we walk past, just for safety's sake? Safety's sake. So good, evil, undead, hallow spell, fiends.
And how many feet?
60.
Okay.
I believe.
You sense.
Yeah, 60 feet.
60 feet.
When we leveled up, I have one more divine sense than usual.
No undead. No celestial. No fiend.
Mm-mm.
Yep.
Evil, good, evil.
No evil or good.
Oh.
It's clear. At least from that standpoint of giving you any kind of direct feedback. Yeah.
Demetria is going to make her usual, whatever gesture we decided means all clear on the divine sense, and then kind of meeting Bo's eyes through the dimness at the back of the pack. She's going to be like, that means we're good on evil and fiends and shit like that, okay?
Good to know. Thank you.
I thought you were just having a conniption. Good to know it's a symbol.
Bo slightly ticks up the rankings in Demetria's head.
No, because he's gonna lean over to Red, but he's so much taller, so he still has to kind of talk normally. He's gonna be like, I feel like she's always having a conniption.
Seething and loathing.
Demetria.
Tempe overhears it and he agrees. He goes,
you guys are rough.
Wow. At least my brother loves me. Lex, you're getting so red.
I don't know why. I don't know why.
The blonde hair. Blondes blush more easily.
No, I think it's the color correction of the camera.
But yeah, I guess continuing onward, but giving an askance glance at the bas reliefs as we pass them by.
Okay.
So, guys, when Demetria's done with her conniption here, we're going to have to head into this area that it looks like all the hallways converge on to a type of I don't know. It looks different on the map. So let's
it could be a forest of pillars. Could be a forest of pillars.
I don't know. I just feel like
can I get an investigation check since you're looking at the map, Amnon?
Yeah.
Amnon's looking at the map and Demetria is holding up the mace of disruption like it's a flashlight.
Got 7.
Okay. Oh.
My new dice tower sucks.
Yeah, like
you gotta fire the guy who made that.
Amnon is struggling.
I'm gonna kick that guy's ass, man. I just switched out the dice, so hopefully my next one. And that was with a +6.
Has anyone looked at this map other than Amnon or no?
I have. I'm standing over him looking at it.
So for you, just give me a perception check.
Perception.
All you gotta do is
perception
roll
or
higher
insight,
than a
whichever
one.
one's whichever one's-
Both perception and insight are bad for me. I'm proficient in neither, and I have a negative wisdom score.
Oh man, I thought I had this check in the bag with my +6.
Guess what? Speaking of thinking you had checks in the bag, 9. 2 more than a 7.
Man,
This dice goes away. Timeout corner for that dice.
Yeah, Dimitri.
I picture Amnon like turns the map upside down, and then Dimitri looks at it and then turns it upside down again and still doesn't know it's
Demetra is like trying to hold the mace up, but she's like holding it behind Amnon's head, and so it's like casting shadows, and she's like trying to move it, but no matter how she angles it, the shadow falls on the map.
Ozzy's light.
So again, this is the map they see, and Amnon is actually, and then the map that they can react to. But as they come to the end of the hall, with each one of those demons etched into them, I'll take a history check from anyone willing to want to know what kind of demons are depicted. That's just even if you're interested. If you're even interested,
I'd want to know. Bahamut
Me
squad,
too.
I'd want to know. Say history.
yeah.
Amnon rolled a 10.
Tempe looks to Bo and says, he goes, are you the religious type like these guys?
Not in that sense. My kind of stuff is more with the, kind of nature and stuff.
I love nature. I used to be religious.
So what we get? So we got a 10 from Demetria.
I got a 14 on the history.
14.
Check.
Okay.
Oh no, 14.
I was the one with the 10.
So
nice under 16s here. Nice under what you want to be aiming for.
So I'll say Amnon sees a Balgura, a Chasme, a Dretch, a Glabreze. I don't know if I can say this, a Glabrezu, and the Goristro, a Hezro,
Enyo.
and
These all sound like Power Rangers villains. These all sound like Power Rangers villains.
But I think the
as long
one
as I don't
that
grow huge, I'm fine.
the one that everyone notices that kind of reminds them all of, well, when I say everyone, actually everyone except for the new, so this would not be Bo, this would not be Red, but for Tempe, Dimitri, and Amnon, even without you rolling, Tempe, you recognize the Balor with its huge wings, its horns, its fiery whip, its blade that etched into that bas relief. And you notice that at this moment with the 14, Demetria?
Yep.
You notice after glancing at the map that both the Goristro kind of looks like a gorilla type demon, big arms, its head more like a hyena, but both those two demons are where they're located on the relief. On the map, you see the little S marks, and you can see that there should be doorways.
Oh, interesting.
And what's that? And so what you realize is where the S's are probably secret doorways.
Okay. Demetria will turn to Amnon and point at the map, one of the things that says S, and then point to one of those demon statues and kind of go like, maybe there's something behind if we want to go touching demon statues in the under dungeon, which I don't think we should go doing, but I don't know, it's an option.
I definitely endorse touching demons in the area. I definitely. What is wrong with you?
Tempe,
What are you doing?
Tempe looks at Bo and Red and goes, "We should let one of them do it."
Hey, new guy, want to test the theory for us?
I mean, sure. If you're too scared, that's fine.
Do you really want to be?
So Malcolm, on the map, the staircases that I'm seeing, are those visible? Can we see those? Or
you can see those at the end of the hall. So let me describe this. At the end of the hall, as Demetria waves her mace, what you can see is that the staircase goes down about 10 feet into a room. So the room just drops down. It's not too far down, but just enough. And then you can see a bunch of pillars.
Okay.
Almost
So it's like a recessed theater
forest of pillars.
And we know that beyond the Pillar Forest, the Mad Mage waits. So,
Well, which direction do you reckon he waits?
I wonder.
that
Yeah.
is a good question.
I think we have to go south.
Do we want to try and cut through this other? Well, no, because it looks like that south one's a dead end, according to the map. So probably we should just
going
do
down to 25B, and then
according to Durham, all you need to do is follow his directions.
Yeah, so I think we have to go through this pillar room anyway. I think we should just follow Durham's directions for now. Go through 2B, get down to 25A, leave the secret gorilla demon statue pathways for the next folk to come through. I'd hate to deprive them of the opportunity.
Yeah.
we got fish to fry. We got fish to fry here. But yeah, no, that was what I was trying to say too. Let's go south, then follow these directions. But I see with the dead end there, but I don't think it's a dead end.
No, you think that maybe we can connect from 3 down to where we need to be going?
Oh, if you're looking at you're saying 3. Oh, you're saying 3.
3? No. 3. No. So we're in 2B.
You guys can
right
see
now.
the whole map. So 3 looks.
No, we're
like
not
a
in
dead end.
2B. We're in 2A.
You are in 2A. I wish I had you are in. If you ever need to ask me, I can tell you are in 2A.
Oh, I thought we walked down into that recessed area into the pillars.
You're in 2A, staring at the pillars, and so if I show you where you guys are at on the board.
Yeah,
so
the 2 S's.
You're staring down. There's gonna be the staircase going down just right here where Demetrius standing.
Okay.
Into this, and then if you were to go into here, you see a hall going south. You see a hall going north, and you see a hall going west.
Like a good player, Malcolm. I was looking at Legend Keeper, and I was not looking at your minis here.
I've been sharing Legend Keeper mostly on the board here, so yeah. So
that's not good enough for me. I need to see the whole thing.
That's why you're the map.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, they're discussing where to go. Can I just go push in I want to push on the secret door to go into 3.
Oh Jesus! Of course.
I seem to have activated.
It was fun having Bo around while we could.
Tempe notices and laughs a little bit.
Malcolm and Lex are keeping that artist in-house. That's what they're doing.
So good.
So then at that point, Amnon is going to be like, well, there's no way around it. We got to walk through this center spot of all the... New guy, what are you doing?
And then there's new guy, Bo, you hear like the slight movement like of water. There's a 10-foot square, actually ahead of you is the room kind of it becomes almost like a cavernous space, like something that was dug into the walls or that may have been natural, and it curves around. It's very dark, but you can hear the slight sound, not trickling, but just like that slow movement of still water, just a little bit of water shifting.
Do that again, Malcolm.
I'm not gonna do it again. I did it.
Like what, Malcolm? Like what?
Sorry, you cut out. I couldn't hear you.
Well, I don't know what's happening unless I hear what he's talking about.
Water echoing.
I'm gonna look at Demetra and kind of give like a do whatever you want, and then give a wink and then duck down really low into the room.
Demetra is gonna touch her forehead, and in the back of her mind, she's summoning up the necessary thoughts and energies that helps her cast Cure Wounds, and then she is going to give Amnon a look and follow new guy.
Tempe brought nuts from the bar, throws them in his mouth, and looks at Demetra and smiles and follows along.
Change.
Amnon's gonna walk by Tempe and be like, "You're just an anarchist now, aren't you?"
Blame Robbie. Blame Robbie, you guys. This has nothing to do with me. Blame.
Why are you blaming Robbie? Blame Archon.
Fuck.
Blame Lex.
Archon.
Blame Lex.
Red is not gonna go in. You're going into the path that was already marked on a map. There's probably nothing there.
Or something really bad at this point.
This is about honor.
And so,
All right, Bo, just go in real quick and get out.
What if
well, I
there's
heard a
treasure?
lot of people following Bo.
Demetria's following. She's like, "Don't worry, I'll help light the way for you." And she's gonna hold out the mace of
Tempe's
disruption.
following too, eating nuts because he wants to see what happens down there.
the room opens as you kind of travel through this like tight cavernous space. It opens into a structured room that is mostly flooded, and by the time you even get to that room, Bo, even as tall as you are, the water is around your ankles. There, as it's starting to be around everyone else's, it might be close to their knee. It's a bit cold.
Red
here.
could drown in here. We
Now,
have to
you
put him
haven't
on your shoulders. We'll put Red. Oh, let's put Red on both shoulders. Come on.
I said Red didn't go in.
Yeah, Red's
Red's
Oh, yeah,
back
that's
at,
right.
Yeah,
so
Red and
didn't go
Amnon
in.
didn't go in.
It's
And
Tempe,
there-
Demetria, and their replacement Ravi.
And you
Can't
kind of
wait.
come around that corner, what you see, you're starting to get, even with Demetrius, because Demetrius not the top. So even with her mace shining brightly, I think it casts, 30 feet down? With Bo being at the front, he's able to see like a faint glow of purple. And as you get to the room, you can see that there is a large, probably like 5 foot wide, 6 foot tall statue of a Sahagin. I hope I pronounced it right, but they're basically like the sea people or sea creature like humanoids.
Ooh.
And the statue has like I say, it has that purple aura to it. It seems harmless. You don't get, Demetrius not getting any weird feedback, but it does slightly glow.
Hey, Malcolm.
Tempe.
Yes.
Tempe.
Can I cast Detect Magic?
Oh, nice.
You can, and
It
you
attacks.
and you detect that it is the magic would be, 1 second here.
While you're doing that, Tempe crunches more nuts loudly, and with nuts in his mouth, looks at Demetria and whispers, "This looks dangerous."
It does look like one of the statue's arms is broken off, and you all who are in the room notice that it's rested against one of, like, there's another piece of rock slightly beneath the dark water, like slightly protruding up, looks like maybe a finger.
Demetria's gonna lean in closer to Tempe and be like, "It's only got one arm. How dangerous can it be?"
Maybe we should. I don't know. I got a bad feeling about this.
It has a fanged mouth, and there is a what is the magic? It would be, it's either enchantment or illusion magic. So
if it bites Bo, we run.
Illusion hides. Enchantment imbues.
It's an enchantment magic.
Enchantment.
Interesting.
All right, new guy, great statue.
That's what you see so far.
Well,
can
I use my my glaive to just kind of, because there's water, right, like on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Can I just kind of use it to kind of rake across the floor, see if there's anything interesting?
Yeah. As you use that boulder, you realize that the water is about 4 feet deep. Whether you can feel your staff raking against the floor. And it just feels like hard stone. There seems to be nothing there. You're starting to maybe think, unless you were to want to explore this water, the murky water further, maybe Red has a point about someone having already been here. But then if they had been here, maybe they didn't find what was completely other. And I think what you do know, Bo, is that the arm is off there on the side of the wall. So it's clearly where that broken arm is. And then the eyes look like they're hollow inside the skull. So they don't look like they're carved. They're kind of carved out, and there's nothing inside of them.
Someone plucked them out. Someone
Disadvantage.
made the mistake of, in a dungeon owned by Malcolm, trying to remove jewels from a statue's eyes, as I know firsthand.
Can I have a disadvantage perception check from everyone?
Everyone in that room?
Yes, everyone in the room.
Oof.
11.
5. Another dice hits the timeout zone.
What are we rolling?
Perception. Disadvantage.
Perception disadvantage.
Where's Ravi when you need him? Oh, right, heaven.
Him being like, it's right there.
What do you see? What do you see?
Come on, I want to see. Like as Stagat's kind of like pushes his way through the statue.
Oh, dude, I see everything, bro. I got a 21.
Hey.
I got a +4. I'm good with that.
So suddenly, from the top of the ceiling, there's this like snickering sound.
Oh, boy.
And as soon as it happens, something lands on Stagat's shoulder between it looks like something big, but it's not a rat. It looks bug like. It looks like it has a carapace, like a shell, and it's kind of snickering. And he's like, "Oh, get it off me! Get it off me!" And he flings his helmet off, and there's like a slight, like where you all are, he's still in the hallway. So it lands on the floor in front of you. So now Stagata, because since he kind of like backed away and ran into some of you, it's not in the water. It's like right there on the ground at his feet. And there's this creature, a little bit bigger than a rat, and it's eating on his helmet, and the helmet is dissolving.
No! Champion Stagat, no!
Roach, and you could stop it. I
want to try and stop it.
Yeah, I want to try and stop it for sure.
But when you look up, you realize there's a couple more of them snickering across the ceiling.
Game time, new guy.
Coming out of the crack.
Try and smash.
I'm gonna try and.
You can just let it. You can let it go and back out of there, or
helmet. We need that helmet.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to save the helmet for sure.
Roll initiative.
Look at this character Tempe saving the helmet.
All right, I'm gonna draw this room then, because tonight, since we're in a dungeon, not every room is going to be built.
You mean you're not prepared, Malcolm? For shame, man.
Wow, no Women's Month.
Wow, no Women's Month at all.
I'm taking away your ability to make that joke.
International Women's Month was last month. It's this month.
It was March.
It's March.
Come on, stop it. It's March. It's AAPI month.
Hey, guess what? Next month, Pride.
Oh yeah.
Okay, no, yeah. Me and Lex get to be super shady during that.
Oh, man.
Can't kill us. You can't kill us for the entire month of June.
All right, so let's see. This is the tunnel that you're all in. So
we still have our screen on
Oh yeah. Give me a second. Well, give me a second. I'll set it up and then I'll share it. Let's see.
The epic reveal.
Damn, these fucking pink dice, they fucking been rolling good, man.
Ooh. Are those your new ones?
Yeah.
Ooh, that looks awesome.
Right? Yeah, they're so cool, man.
It's so fun. I use my big one that I got from WonderCon in the Strahd game, and it's so fun just chucking that giant ass golf ball D20.
Is it like the big one like this?
No, yeah, like that exactly.
Yeah. I like these too, but the Kraken ones don't have sharp edges. These new dice. I don't
like sharp edge dice that much. I have a couple. I'm not as big a fan of them as I used to be.
I didn't think I'd like them, man, but I feel like there's something about them. I don't know. They don't roll, right? Like they just kind of like land. You know what I mean?
They thunk.
Yeah, they kind of thunk a little bit, whereas
and that's how you cure your Kraken curse, is by using.
Yeah, that's exactly right. The Krakens are a little too rounded, man. Well, they're a little too rolling phones, guys.
One of the dice that I wish I kind of want more of these kind of like marbled, like granite looking ones that I got way back when. Cool. I like the red lettering. Need more of these. Next on the wish list.
You can re-ink some too. I mean, I can't, but you probably can.
I don't know. The craftiness is all over this
Just
way.
Have Lex
the craftiness is that way. Crafty squares are these ones.
Hello. Hi, people at home.
Yeah. Lex would
Here
love
we
to-
have Ohan, 3D printing aficionado, and Lex, crafty all around. And then you have me, who can craft nothing except the written wood. And then we have Mr. making his own Mandalorian armor over here.
Not yet. Almost.
Ooh, I like this music. This is our dungeon fight music.
Yes. All right.
Cool.
So these are the things they have like 6 legs. They're not flying. They're actually kind of hunched over, kind of like almost fighting each other. And they have long little antennas, and they're brown. And the little antennas, as they even dust and touch the helmet, you see the helmet just kind of slowly corroding in front of your eyes, and kind of warping in there in front of you. So initiative, I was
Yes, sir.
that up. So let me get to there.
I'm scared.
Come on the floor.
And I'll tell you this, another thing. Okay, well, actually, I'll take one more insight check from anyone in the hall.
I got a 13 insight check and a 14 for initiative.
All right.
11 initiative.
Our initiatives are all grouped together. That's nice. That's cute.
Wait, was insight for the people in the room or in the hall?
In the hall.
In the hall.
In hall and the room. Well, because see,
okay.
the only people who are not like in the hall are really, you're kind of in the hall and the room. I mean, the who didn't go on this path would be Amnon and Red, who are like a little bit farther back.
Okay.
So you're still counted in this, because there's the room that you're standing right next to that's full of water, and the statue, which I will use this as the statue of the. Well, I'll actually pull back in a little bit.
Can it be Ebony?
It's a big burly Sahagin, so
I don't know what that means. I'm just you said merfolk and I said Ebony.
They're like-
It's not
It's
Merfolk.
Ebony if she was a bodybuilder. It's Ebony in arms.
So
It's Ebony-
Sahagin don't, yeah.
Saugans are like the blue dudes from World of Warcraft, right?
They're like
Those
blue, and they
dudes
have
fight on
more
the
of a
beach.
like a fish mouth with sharp teeth, and
She's done that.
She did do that, actually. Yeah,
She
that was
did do that.
I remember her doing that.
Yeah. I feel like this is Aramis commissioned a very big, like strong Ebony, and Ebony was like, no. And so they had to throw it in the dungeon.
Aramis is like, come on, it's Women's History Month, you know?
Oh,
I hate that.
such a mess.
But you love us.
All right, Red, what'd you get? Even though you're farther back,
I rolled a 2.
2. Okay, makes sense. Dimitri, for initiative, you said 14.
For initiative? Yeah, 14.
14. Tempe,
I got an 11.
11. Amnon,
You're muted, sir.
Muted.
Amnon, which-
Ohan.
still muted. Okay, I'll tell you. And then
You're muted, Ohan, so we didn't get your initiative.
Or your microphone isn't working, but we
Or
cannot
maybe, yeah.
hear you.
Oh, yeah.
Bo, what'd you get?
There we
you
go. Now
There
we
you
can
go.
hear you.
Okay, sorry about that. 13 for the inspiration or the insight, I mean, and then a 17 for the initiative.
Okay, and then okay, so 17 for initiative, and then Bo.
13 for initiative.
All right.
I'm really digging this fight music.
All right, so anything over with the insight of 14 and up will allow you to realize that these creatures that are eating on the metal, they have maybe like it's seeped off, but they have a similar purple glow to the statue. So they kind of have a little bit of that luminescent glowing through the carapace. The battle will start as the let's see. The first one will go at 18. And actually, I didn't finish rolling. The second one is, oh, geez. Well, that's... It's a 20 for the second one.
Malcolm
and then,
OGs. The Malcolm OGs of imminent
And
death.
then the last one is a 5.
God, I'm gonna be so fucking sad if I lose this glaive.
So the first two spend their time bickering with each other, but eating on the. So you're like, it just in their 2 rounds of, like, part of the where it looked kind of like a hoplite helmet. The section that would guard your nose and one of the cheeks is like gone. So even if the guy was to put it back on, like part of his face is exposed right here. They use their turn just eating. They're not even concerned with you all. They're like kind of like if you saw rats. They're acting like you guys aren't there.
New York rats. They're just enjoying their pizza.
Yeah.
And then Amnon is up. Now Amnon hears this and like hears them like I imagine like oh shit no get it back like we can't lose it. Stigot's like no.
I don't know. I can picture Amnon going, "What now?" and kind of like slugging down the hall. He's like, "Oh shit!" Yeah. Amnon's gonna cast that Relentless Hex on the closest bug.
Okay.
Bug hunt.
Bug, huh?
And it
Is
can
it
only
fire?
take it can only take 1 more point of damage before the helmet is gone.
No!
He's
Oh,
degraded it.
Champion Stigott, no!
Because I didn't know they got really high on their initiative, so they've gone to work on it. It's like it's on
Demetrius' boyfriend went from Stefan to Steve Urkel.
My boyfriend, he's your new BFF. This is your boy.
For all the kids, comment down below if you have no idea what the fuck that reference means.
Comment down below if you think Sean is old.
That's right.
Oh no, I can't allow that one.
Dang.
See, thank you,
Because
Yeah.
I grew up on that too. That's messed
You
up.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How rude, Cheryl, during Women's
Yeah,
History
man.
Month.
During Women's History Month too.
Here, wait,
Know that,
real
man?
quick, our sponsor, Dave's Hot Chicken.
Oh, all right.
All right. Amnon, what does that do again?
Okay, so all right, so basically, right at the hex, both of them take 6 damage,
Okay.
and then I will fire my Eldritch Blast at him.
Okay.
So let's see, the first one was a 12.
That
The
was
next
not it.
one was an 18.
That
Then the
was it.
last 2 were 18s.
The last 2. You said a 12.
12,
You can fire
18.
4 of them.
I have 3.
Oh, 3. Okay. So
12,
1 miss, 1 hit, and so 2 hit. Okay.
2 hit. All right. So
I'm sorry. The item, they are magical, but the item is magical. So I will allow. Who was running Stigott before? Dimitri, can you roll 2 d20s? No modifiers, no nothing. This is just give me two different results.
2 d20s.
Yeah, you roll them one at a time, but like basically you're rolling to see if you can gain any of those points back on the helmet.
This is not our day because it's a 6 and a 4.
Okay, so they are 2. It's got 1 left. Okay, so I was giving it because it is a magic weapon, so I give the magic weapons a save. Okay, so continue, Amnon. What was the damage?
So one bug takes 13 damage,
Okay,
and then the next bug takes 12 damage.
so they both. All right, so those are enough to make the creatures want to get away, but they are still alive. As you kind of blast into them with those eldritch blasts, boom, boom, like little rats, they kind of go flying off. They slam onto the wall, and they everybody like kind of skittering around in a circle. Just they're literally like they're small, big rats, small puppies in terms of the size that they are.
New York
Horrifying
rat.
size comparison.
New York
Horrifying
rats.
size.
Yeah.
They're like French bulldog size.
Yeah, these things like skittering around. As that happens, Amnon is up. Dimitri, you are up.
I would like to cast Sleep.
Okay.
So that will
And
be
roll your-
removing their hit points, starting with the one that has the most, or starting with the one that has the least. Let me look at the spell.
Starting with the least.
Yeah, starting with the least.
Is
and
it
then
an area effect? Does there any?
It's a sphere, a 20-foot sphere. But I can dictate where that sphere begins, and I have a 90-foot range on that. So I think I can get all of them in the sphere, right?
Okay, because there's a third one on the
that's-
ceiling. Yeah.
That's 5, 12 plus 15. So that's 18 points, starting with the one that has the least. And if it drops to 0, it's unconscious.
One of them goes down, falls over, kind of rolls over on its back, and its little legs kind of curl in. Is 18 total?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then any left over, if it just goes to the next one.
So two
And
of
if that
them
gets to 0, it's
curl up.
unconscious.
So both of these are unconscious.
Yay! I would like to spend my bonus action and my movement running forward and yoinking the helmet.
Picking the helmet up. All right. The third one skitters, unless someone wants to kill it, because I'm not trying to cheat you. So, Bo, you are up. Tempe is up. But you can see that third one is not going to come down. It's like crawling back into the crack in the ceiling, but can be targeted. It's basically.
I'm good with. I can leave.
All right. It skitters into the ceiling. The helmet is recovered. It is still badly damaged.
Continues eating nuts on his way out. Just snacking the whole time. He's excited to see Stagat try the helmet back on.
Stagat puts it back on. Doesn't look as cool with it on anymore.
Oh, you look great.
Tempe
You look
looks
great,
at
bro.
him and
You
goes,
look
"Man,
right.
you look great."
Yeah.
All right.
Just red waiting at the entrance. Was it everything you hoped it would be?
Everything and then some.
So and Bo's not going further into to look at the statue or do anything in the statue. Just decides to turn back.
You really want me to, don't you?
No, I don't. No, I don't. I'm just giving you, just making sure.
All right, Malcolm. If you really want me to,
I really don't. I'm just making sure that you didn't think that was a part of you going to that room. That was just some other
Rest in peace, Bo.
randomness. Stagat is like, I don't. It doesn't feel the same. Getting some strength, but
Hey man, real strength comes from in here.
it does. Yeah.
And then I look at Tempe and I shake my.
Stagat's trying to play it off, but he does not.
Tempe
have
knows. Tempe takes a look from Bo. He's like,
At the next break, I'll share the but Stagat's been restatted.
And I'll walk up, just look at it, and be like,
If it helps Tempe, he's not champion. Stagat.
Just for Sean.
I like it. Tempe's,
Sean.
this is getting better. Tempe's having a great time since.
I know,
leaving.
Tempe's like,
Tempe
he's my
really
friend
has,
now.
ever since we loved how
He's
Tempe's
like
just been.
carefree. Everything's coming up Tempe right now.
How Tempe got his groove back.
He's gonna be like dancing on the way out of this fucking dungeon, bro. He's ready. Through the pillars. Let's go.
He's now Hamian Stagat. Some of the letters got removed. It's Hamon Stagat. He's now a JoJo.
if Amon casts the mending spell onto it, does it help?
You got the right material to repair it with?
I don't know. I wanted to ask.
What are your
DM.
requirements on your mending spell? Let me take a look.
Well, mending puts two things
It puts
together.
two
so you
things
just
back
need
together.
The other parts.
Yeah, you usually so if it was like a staff that was broken or a sword that was broken, it puts them back. This is different because they ate part of the helmet, so you're not just mending it. You're not.
So then,
mending is essentially like magical super glue.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So then, I'll kind of just look at it and be like, I'm sure we can mend something on that. Make sure nothing else eats it.
He's like, you think so?
Give it a shot. Why not?
Just don't go yanking it off anytime soon, okay?
I'm reading. Spell repairs a single break or a tear in an object you touch, such as a broken chain, two halves, a broken key. So no, I will not allow mending here. It
All right.
is, yep. Because you don't have the pieces were digested or like dissolved by the creatures.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's fine.
All right. But good. It was a worthy thought there. And so if they, now that they're back in that hall, they know that there's another secret door on the other side of the wall, but if they go to where they're supposed to be heading, there's this room full of pillars, right? And there's the hall inside as they kind of come down into the room full of pillars. It's quiet. There's pathway to, like I said, to the north, the south, and then directly across going west. Though the darkness in the west, you kind of catch a little bit. There's like alcoves, like every 10 feet, there's a small 5-foot alcove that looks like it holds. And because of Demetria's mace, there appears to be like slight reflection of the light down that hall. Like
divine sense, please, Malcolm, real quick. Divine sense.
Okay. As you divine sense here in
60
room.
feet.
Yep. She
Gonna offer her.
senses no undead, no fiends, no celestials, but what she does catch is a faint sense of evil in this hall down here. Can I have a insight check from Demetria advantaged?
Advantage, ooh. Thank goodness. We find a dice that hasn't pissed me off yet. Well, with advantage, that's a 13.
Okay. Down that hall, you remember the inscription in blood that beyond the forest pillars, or the pillar forest, the name of the Mad Mage lies, or is there.
Okay,
right?
so
that's what you get.
Yeah. Demetria's gonna gesture down that hallway and say, I'm getting very Mad Magey vibes from that way. Luckily for us, I think we need to go south, right, Doc?
You're muted again.
Your volume's turned off again, Ohan.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yeah, it's marked on the map to go south, but you're sensing that this is the right way?
No, I'm sensing that that's the way we need to avoid, because that is probably the way that the Mad Mage lies. So let's proceed with Durham's route, please. Is that, Malcolm, is that passageway the one that Durham marked for us?
No, it is not. The
Okay,
one
cool.
directly south is the one that Durham marked.
Yeah, going south is marked the way we should go, and then
Yeah, let's keep to what Durham wrote.
all right. Ammon's gonna be really interested down that hallway for the Mad Mage, because that might be Eldricon.
Eldricon's
and
riding
he's
that
gonna
gold
like
dragon
just
around.
like just look down the hallway and like just like kind of like telepathically send out just a test, just remembering.
As they walk the halls to the south, they come across maybe 100 feet down. The hall curves to the right, and then not even another 20 feet, it curves again back to the left, going south. So it kind of just zigzags for a second. And as it does, they start to feel or see the brittle bones of many of them goblins, and many pickaxes and shovels. And they come to a section, they can tell that this section of the wall has been dug, and if they continue down, it basically goes into a cavernous space that Amnon can see marked that if they travel kind of zigs in an S curve, if they follow this, should take them to another part of the dungeon that is structured and that is stone.
So that's what Amnon said.
Okay. So if they continue, this way they as they travel, they have to almost travel in a single file line. For those who get claustrophobic, it's starting to get kind of quiet and tight. That feeling of like being underground, not and trusting this map. Maybe start to have you second guessing certain things. It's mostly half buried in stone here. There's mostly debris here, and it was basically you end up coming out in a partially collapsed hall. There is a headless stone statue of a nude woman in a corner of the room, and there, like I said, there's a lot of rubble piled up and near the statue as well. But on either sides of the room is kind of rectangular where you come out, but on either sides of the room is a door. The door that you would probably be wanting to head to is to your left, because that's the way it is marked on the map, and that door is a double door.
So Amnon will repeat that we should go through the double doors.
Okay.
And just keep on going straight after that.
Demetria will step up with her shield and the disruption mace out, ready to open up these doors.
All right. And so the doors open without an issue. And then ahead of you, what you see are tunnels that are 10 feet high with flat ceilings. And they are clean. I mean, from what Dimitri can see, is they're like, everything's been dusty, right? Like they're just very, very clean. There's no debris or anything in this hall. Going forward, and directly as she kicks open the door, directly to Demetria, if you were leading, to your right is another is a hallway leading down another maybe 20-25 feet, maybe 20-30 feet, and down that hall you can see the very faint flicker of candlelight. Directly ahead of you is just dark outside of the range of the mace, and at the end of where your mace range reaches, you can see the hall in front of you curve left. So directly in front of you is a hall that goes down maybe 40 feet, and you can just able to see it starting to curve left, and then directly right to your right is another hall, and at the end of that hall is a very faint flicker of candle.
Demetria's gonna gesture Amnon forward and silently like gesture pointing down that other hallway with the candlelight so that he also sees there's candlelight that way.
Okay.
And then she lifts an eyebrow like, what do you think we should do?
To tell you the truth, the fact that the dark hallway is the clean hallway is very disturbing to me.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that either.
It's marked that we have to go.
Can you send Axel? Can you send Axel to check it out, maybe?
Okay.
Just in case, it might be another freedom fighter. Maybe someone got lost down here.
And clean the hallway?
Well, I don't think whoever lit that candle cleaned the hallway.
Me neither. That's what worries me. All right. I'm going to send Axel down the dark hallway.
Oh, not towards the candle?
Oh, is that what you wanted?
Yeah, I meant like to go check out who has a candle down here.
Oh, okay. The way I heard him say it, the candles were just on the walls.
No, there are no... In this hallway that you're in, there are no candles on the walls. It is dark. There's a slight candle flicker from where Demetria is saying she sees something. And so the candle would be there. It could be someone holding the candle. It could be a sconce of some type.
Okay. I'm going to ask Axel to to just be in his inform but invisible and go check it out.
The little actual forms. Looks like he's like stretches like you haven't called him in a while. Like shit dust.
I start scratching him right here, you know.
Is he like kicking his little demon foot?
Yeah. Like, Axel, you're so wonderful.
He flutters off and goes down 30 feet. And he looks down the hall, looks back. He comes back to you, and what makes sense with the map is he's reporting that the entire hall on both sides, every 20 feet, has a sconce with a magically lit candle that does not, where the wax on the candle does not drip and does not create smoke. So it's just like, and what you're able to see from him reporting back to you is that it's just really, those halls are really clean too.
Okay. All right. So then, when I'm communicating with
and
Axel,
how far do you want him to go? How far did you want him to go?
I just wanted him to go to that
T, end, right?
To the T where the 26A, where the text of the 26A is, and then come back. I don't want him to go far at all.
So he gives you just the full. So he's able to so when you're looking at the map, he shows you that basically 26A, that entire hall as he flies around there, just has candlelight. Yeah. So you wouldn't need necessarily Demetrius' mace to walk it, but it's also very clean, like the hall that you're in.
Okay, so when I get out of the trance, and then I'm gonna look over at everybody else. I'm gonna be like, those candles, there's a lot of them, and they were probably lit a long time ago. I don't think there's anybody down there.
What's your all's marching order right now?
I think Demetra towards the front.
Yeah.
I'll be next to Tempe.
So for now, just have an arbitrary hall. Demetria up front. You said you'll be next to who? Bo?
I'll be next to Tempe. I'm gonna offer him a cigarette.
Tempe absolutely takes it.
I thought your body was a temple. You've changed.
Hi, he's temple. He can put whatever he wants in it.
My mommy already said smoking was a terrible habit.
Don't like it down here one bit.
Me and your mom are of one thought.
Okay. So if this was the hall, right? They've got the hall going down this way that they've just had they've just had the familiar explore, and then if they go straight down, it curves. It's going to curve around to the left and go deeper into the dungeon. That's what
they're. Let's keep the theme going. I say that we keep going down the way the map is marked. So that's to the path on the left of us.
Even though it's clean.
Even though, it's clean everywhere. So that actually kind of makes me feel better.
So maybe the mad mage is in the housekeeping.
But I think that maybe we should have Axel scout ahead as we walk forward.
Smart. All right. Just tell me when to stop walking and tell me when to start walking.
All right.
All right. So as Axel scouts ahead, and I always get this familiar thing wrong. So the familiars, when your eyes, so you're having a scout where your eyes are glazing over, or like right. So then, how do you see when you're trying to see through his eyes?
Well, there's several ways I can do it. If I want to see through his eyes, then I go into like the trance.
But then you have to stop, right? Because
I don't have to necessarily stop.
You're just blind.
I can't sense anything around me. So if I was to do that, I'd have my hand on like someone's shoulder and walking or something. That's how we did it last time.
Got it. Yep, that makes sense.
Otherwise, at this point, I can communicate with him telepathically as long as we're on the same plane together. So that's basically what I'm gonna do. So he can, like, within thoughts, tell me what he senses, but I can't see through his eyes right now.
Okay. So then, he flies ahead, curving around the corner, leading you all deeper. Just like in the map, he gets around the to the left, goes up another 30 feet, curves around to the right, and then you lose connection with him. He just it's like he stops, and you hear him like because he's like probably like 30-40 feet up ahead, so he went around that corner and he disappeared. So like, how do you react to you can like hear him struggling.
He's getting washed downriver.
I want to grab on to who's ever closest to I want to grab onto their shoulder, and I want to go into my trance to see through what he's seeing and experience what he's experiencing.
Okay, you see opaque, like as you try to see what he's seeing. How many hit points does he have?
Oh shit! I think he has like not very much.
Rest in peace, Axel.
No, we've lost so much.
Yeah, well, it's okay.
Well, they don't really die, don't they? Right?
No, they don't. It just
They
takes me an hour to like summon him back.
It's
So
all Alexa's fault.
I mean, honestly, like I'd be worried about him. I just wouldn't want him to like feel pain. So
yeah.
So after I sense
don't
that he's
send him
sensing,
ahead.
I'm gonna have a pence come out of my
Don't want him
thing.
to
I'll be
feel
like,
Wow,
"Oh, listen,
during Women's History Month, Malcolm. Come on.
Axel's not a...
you don't know that?
Actually, I don't know.
Axel is a proud woman.
Axel.
Exactly.
Axel.
Yeah, no. I gotta check if I can do this, but can I just release Axel? Like, just let him go.
I think you can dispel him as a bonus action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Here's
say
the
let him
thing.
go like you're trying to
He's
throw
already
rocks
been-
at him.
He's
Like,
already been surprised by
Get out of here.
something, so he takes 14 points of some damage. Is he
Okay.
still up? Yeah. And then you can dispel him. Wait. Okay, yeah, so do you still want to dispel him?
He has like, yeah. I'm gonna dispel him right away.
And you just hear, you could tell that you've pulled him back, you've got him out of whatever situation he's in. And then how do you proceed?
I'm going to relay what he went through, and then I'm just gonna wait to see what the team has to say about it.
you still want to go forward, or
I don't see any other way of getting to where we where we need to get to.
that's true.
I mean, we can
Perception
avoid.
checks?
Perception checks.
Everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah,
18.
there's no way around it. We have to go.
13.
21.
8.
Thank God.
Okay. I think the only person I heard is that Bo. It's like being really tense after hearing the little familiar get, maybe hearing him down the hall cry out. Heard like the sound of like something wet, like.
Oh, there's something wet down there.
During Women's History Month.
I'll take lines I
Come
don't
on.
want to hear getting said at D&D for 500, Alex.
Awful.
Man.
Whoa, what's
Can-
wrong?
guy, come on, you
Amnon
guys.
is
What's needed?
Amnon is gonna walk up to Demetria, and like and then whoever's like near her, and just be like, I don't know why, but I have the intense fear of a gelatinous cube right now. Because it sounded like Axel was drowning, and
It sounded like
I
when you
can't
sucked
think
the
of-
jello through a straw.
I can't think of anything that's wet and would leave a room clean.
Oh god.
This campaign's off the rails. This campaign's off the rails tonight. This is
That's good.
outrageous.
That's good. That's
It's
good
outrageous.
intuition, Doc. Ugh. All right. Demetria is going to move her shield to her back, and she is going to have the disruptor mace in one hand for light, and then she's going to pull out one of her 2 javelins that she has left in her inventory because the other one got lost the last time we fought an ooze, and she is going to proceed down the hallway.
Right. So as Demetria turns the hall.
I'm gonna
who's
go with
behind
that.
her?
I'm gonna
Do
go
we
with
all have? I think we all have sticks, right?
I don't think that's what they say in the inventory, but I know starting usually it's like daggers, knives, javelins.
We don't talk about them enough, and I think that's kind of the problem.
It's like our rations, like how we like role playing, but not to the point where we're ready to like have Malcolm actually care about our rations.
Yeah,
Too
yeah.
much, too long.
Hey,
Yeah, I don't wanna
always
deal with rations.
take care and keep track of rations.
I don't
Jameson
have-
And we love
is the
that
only
for
person
you.
who eats in this campaign.
We love
I
that
don't
for you.
have any,
We're all skinny
any of those
legends.
things. Yeah,
You know,
skinny legends.
I just realized
See,
after
clothing.
seeing the D&D movie, I might have messed up with my last move. That I could have just had Axel turn into a snake and saw what happens. To see if I'm right.
I want to see that movie again. I
What
love
would the
that
snake? How would the snake change things?
Remember in D&D
In the movie?
movie when
Spoiler alert for those of you who haven't gone to see Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves yet. Skip to the timestamp if you don't want spoilers.
Thank you, Cheryl.
Speaking of y'all, because I finally saw that movie last week, I dislike that none of y'all told me how chunky that dragon was.
What do you mean? We
Man,
talked about that.
we
all the
talked
time.
about that
We
at-
talked about that dragon.
Yeah.
We-
But
yeah,
you did
Yeah.
not. You did not clearly.
It's a real dragon
He
from the
rolls
lore.
around because he's so fat.
Yeah.
We've said that.
It's like an
I-
alligator death roll. That's what it is. It's an alligator death roll. You're too mean to my best friend, the chunky dragon.
But you did not alliterate good enough
Listen.
how jiggly that dragon was.
Well, you know what? You got to experience it
He's
first.
plush. He's plush. Literally.
Yeah. Also, yeah.
I now understand why the Magic the Gathering card says if you exert him, he can fly.
yeah. Everything he
I
does
love
is
him.
exerting him, though, so you'll be all right.
Oh.
All right, I need
What's that dragon's name?
Thermachod?
Thermachard, I believe it is.
I can't
but
say shit.
Thermachod.
Thermachard.
I can't say any D&D names. None of them work for me. I can't say it. It's like a different language.
It's pronounced Tempe. Tempe?
I can say that word.
Themberchod?
Themberchod.
Themberchod. I want this
What's
plush
that?
so bad.
I want that plush.
I'm linking
Like,
it again just so we can
Burning.
look at
I
it.
need it.
I'm gonna link it again just so we can look at it.
All right.
his
Are you
nickname
adding it
is
to your cart right now,
Chunkmaster
Lex?
Supreme.
I wish.
I'm gonna take, since you have the light, I'm gonna take an advantage perception check from Demetria, and then a regular
Yes, sir.
check from Bo.
New guy can't roll his perception advantage.
17.
9.
Oh, well. Well, maybe if some of us were a little less interested in gloating, we would be able to perceive things.
All my dice are
Oh,
cursed.
it's not there.
I love this like sibling rivalry.
Oh, it's a green die, so it's hard to see.
I saw you
That's the
smoking your fake
18
cigarette
that I
earlier,
rolled.
and I almost was like, grab the fake cigarette and flick it away. No smoking underground.
Jeez. So it rolled whatever. I rolled an 18.
Whatever.
You got a
it
17. Demetria rolled low. So Demetria, as you come around the corner, your mace glowing like this bright orb, you see that the light is kind of absorbed, slightly reflected back at you, like it's opaque in the middle of the hallway, like there's water in the hallway, and the water lunges towards you as the hue envelops.
Ah!
I would get an opportunity attack on it because it enters my 10-feet range.
Okay.
Go,
My
Sentinel,
new
go.
best friend, new guy.
We're playing real D&D right now. Look at this.
26.
And
Love that
10
mini.
feet
26
within
to
5
hit.
feet. It procs his Sentinel as well.
Oh
Say
yeah.
that again.
Well, here's
What
the
was
thing. Can you get an opportunity of attack when you were surprised? So because it was a surprise, I get first.
So if that's the case, then I can, if I go into a bonus action, if I do a bonus action rage before I do anything else,
Okay.
then I can go normally.
Okay.
So then
That's
that.
so because basically this is a surprise round where the creature is surprise attacking. So
I
it
can
is-
act normally during that
Okay.
round. It's 11. I'm gonna get 3.
I need a
Demetra makes that comment about not being able to roll at advantage, and he starts raging.
14.
I need disadvantage.
14. Sorry. 14. Slashing damage, and then 1 force damage.
I do need disadvantage. You do get a saving throw on this though, but I don't. Well, let's see how you're. So Bo would get a disadvantage dexterity save, and Demetra would get a disadvantage dexterity save.
Wait,
Because it's using its
She
engulf.
has 20 left.
It's using its engulf at the moment.
So for a raging
13.
barb,
Disadvantage, you say?
Yes. Disadvantage
Raging
because it
barb.
was a surprise. Other than that,
My favorite number tonight, 13.
it's a tough one.
Same. Oh my god, twins.
No, besties!
You both got a 13.
Yeah. Can the power of friendship save us?
I kind of absolutely hate this.
It's
it's absolutely trash.
Connected to the.
You both just got out.
Oh, can I
Here,
like
wait, no, connect. Yes, power
wait,
friendship.
wait, no, this way.
Yay.
Can I like have like gone to lunge for it with my glaive, grabbed Demetra and like ran through it?
So here's
I passed 2 on my own power.
Hey,
the issue is
But
it
we run
moves.
together.
So here's one of those rules that doesn't make any sense, because this is where I have a problem with the ruling. If you pass the save, you get to be pushed 5 feet, but 5 feet is the wall, right? So 5 feet
It
is
knocks us
here.
into the wall.
It knocks you into the wall. Now the player could say I get pushed into my friends, but then you get pushed into your friends, which still count as someone standing there, which pushes you back into the gelatinous cube. I'm trying not to be an asshole, but that's
But
like where I'm
boing.
seeing the rules is how do you, because unless you push your friends back, but then I'm trying to think of how I make this fair. They get pushed back. They
They
don't
can fling
go
us
in.
into the wall. They can fling us into the wall.
But if they fling into the wall, the cube is enveloping that space, and then you're stuck in the cube. So here's what I'll say: is you're kind of get pushed back. You guys,
Amnon and
using your
Tempe catch
dexterity,
us and then push
able
us
to
back.
Tempe
Well-
catches you. But here's the thing: it forces you to make one more save, not a disadvantage. So this is a regular. You need to make a DC 12. Because this pushes because this is forcing everyone to have to. What I'm making this deck save is not because I'm trying to be ass, is because you're now forcing everyone to have to backtrack and to do it as quickly within a few seconds, so that you don't get shoved back into the gelatinous cube, basically.
So, but
That's
I
me and
also
Lex
get an
making the
attack. I get an attack on that gelatinous cube though at the same time because
You wouldn't now, because if Demetria saves, you're no longer next to it because she's getting pushed into your space.
but it attacks them.
Yes.
And they're within 5 feet of me, so if I use Sentinel, then I get an attack on
Yes,
it,
you
right?
do. You get attacked. So yes, you do.
But boing, 22.
So I'm gonna make an attack.
Wait,
Yeah,
is
get
it
your
another
attack.
deck save?
Yeah.
It's another deck save.
Okay, 15.
Another 12. Okay, so you guys are all. So everyone is able to like move out of the way so that you can reshuffle and be okay.
It's Bo grabs Demetra around her waist to help her dodge, but then when they get shoved back, Demetra's also grabbing him to steady him.
I love it.
Yep. What's that attack? What'd you get on yours?
I rolled a 27.
Oh yeah, you hit it.
Ooh.
It's not hard to hit.
Tempe
It's,
says
it's
don't
actually
touch
fucking
them.
super easy to hit.
It's a
Only
giant
7 damage.
cube.
So
How much?
7.
7. Okay, it's gonna take 7.
I like how there's a certain kind of magic whenever me and Lex playing characters have to start making deck saves when right next to each other. It always goes nice. It's always fun.
You guys,
All right.
you guys
Don't say
keep
that.
bouncing off this cube because I'm gonna keep being able to hit it every time.
All right, everybody,
Use me
roll,
like a battery.
roll initiative for the cube.
Ah,
Initiative.
I mean, you'll probably.
Dude, I
13.
rolled good.
13. I'm
20.
telling you, that's my number tonight. 13.
Dude, I rolled a 12. Every roll except initiative is good.
It is a 19 though. I have a minus.
Tempe,
1 to
what'd you get?
initiative.
12.
12. Okay, not bad. And then Amnon, just waiting on Amnon. What'd you get at initiative?
Yeah, 12.
19. Nice.
12. It is.
What is it with the session? We're all
Man,
rolling.
You're
like...
all rolling like the same roll. All right. Let's see where we're at. Just one enemy, so I imagine you guys will make short work of it. And it is taking 7 damage from Tempe's Sentinel. So Bo, you are up, and you are right in front of this thing.
It also took my damage, right?
And you can kind of see that you can see all they're like skulls and bits of rock and dust. And like Amnon said, the reason the halls are clean is because this thing has just been coming through, sweeping anything up that's left over.
Malcolm, I did take
Yes,
my
sir.
damage from earlier, right?
What'd you hit it with?
I don't remember what I got to hit, but it was high.
Okay, so yeah, you're gonna hit it. It has a very low AC. What was the damage?
And then it was 14 slashing damage and then 1 force damage.
Okay, so 15 total. All right.
And then I'm
take it.
gonna.
It's still looking just fine. It's feeling like the entire. It's like from the ceiling to the floor, 10 feet up, 10 feet wide, just slowly trudging along, moving towards you.
And then I'll hit it again. I'll do reckless attack, and then I'll do great weapon master.
Okay.
12 to hit.
That will hit.
God bless.
He's like literally, you reach out and you hit it. I just wish, you know what I know to combine next? I want to make a gelatinous cube that's a rust monster.
No, stop.
That's gonna be fun.
Hey, Malcolm,
No, wait,
stop.
me and Steven were talking once about, because if you cast haste on a gelatinous cube, its speed goes up to something crazy. So it was like, what if you stumble upon like an
gosh.
underground cube racing rink where wizards will be casting haste on gelatinous cubes to race them,
I
like
love it.
snail racing.
19 damage total. And then I'll
Alright,
take my
nice.
second attack.
19 total. Okay.
I do reckless, and I'm also gonna do great weapon master. Oh, that's
So this is the first time I think we've got to see Bo is showing out.
16 to hit. Plus
Racing Jello cubes.
$32 damage.
Jeez. All right. So you just work this thing, and as you're like, bits of it are, as you're cutting into it, bits of it are splashing and dripping off the ceiling, and it's slowly like shrinking, and you see it just kind of like, it looks like a sludgy kind of mess where it was very clean and touching the walls, not looking really great. If you're done, Bo.
Oh wait, I have
Then-
bonus action. Sorry, I can do one more attack with my bonus action. That's a 20 something to hit.
Yeah.
It's okay. This one's just with the tail end of my blade, so it's not.
Oh, really? Tail end, huh?
I mean, so great weapon master the tail end of it.
Tail end, huh?
I forgot to, and I had already rolled them. So
Yeah, I know. Tail end.
So 6 plus 3, so 9 damage,
Yeah,
and
you
then
Yeah.
another, so 11 damage total.
Malcolm's like, oh great, my fun new Jello is gone.
So how do you kill a the gelatin? Because yeah, it's
I don't even know how the fuck do you kill a gelatin. I
slice
slice it
it,
into a
just,
bunch
like,
of I slice it
splashing
into a
it
bunch of little cubes.
and then everybody's like
And then the
just
little-
stomping them out.
The little cubes go. and starts splashing away. Demetria
room
looks at new guy. Demetria's
is
impressed.
Clear. Yes, this is
Begrudgingly.
that was a
shit.
moment. The new
I-
guy's there, not touched.
I forgot to mention when he goes into his rage, his little like bear amulet glows, and this aura of like this giant grizzly bear that is a little taller than him, but probably not that much just because of the space that we're in. Like kind of hovers around him, kind of like not like looks kind of like armor, but doesn't actually add any. Well, I guess it does resistance. So yeah,
Nice.
Dang.
It is clear.
I pick up my cigarette off the floor and I.
Like a slime covered cigarette. If it's out, no. Demetria comes up. If the cigarette's out, Demetria prestidigitates him a little flame with her thumb to light the cigarette.
Thank you, and then I'll pass you the cigarette.
Demetria takes it. Not bad, new guy. And then doses it out on her tongue and flicks the butt away.
Oh, you know, this is actually kind of expensive, right? Like that's a good brand.
It's a lot of money you'll save when you stop.
So you all are here in this hall, 27 here.
Oh man.
And so right where you've killed it right here at this. Oh, actually you can't. Actually, this sucks. You can't see my. Oh no, there you can. Can you see my? No, you can't.
Mm-mm.
Oh yeah, there you go. So you're
Oh,
right
there we
here
go.
at
Yeah,
this-
little hand.
At that
Little hand.
corner. At that corner is where the gelatinous Q was killed. So 10, 20, 30, 40. Another 50 feet down, it curves to the right. There is a little alcove here that seems to just end like a dead end. And that's so being in this hallway, that's all you see so far.
Nothing in the alcove, just like a little inset.
Yeah, so in the it's just a dead end wall. Literally just a dead end.
It was a gelatinous cube's bed.
What are the walls? What are the walls? Are they like just flat walls or like?
I'm
What are
sorry. What you do? I'm wrong. At the end of the hall, so there is a bas relief, kind of like the same thing, a little archway that was carved into the wall, similar to the demons that you saw earlier. But this one is a large carving, shallow, containing the sculpture of a nude, heavyset man playing a harp.
There we go.
And then lying on the floor of the alcove is a broken half of what looks like it was probably a 10-foot pole.
Hi, Amnon. Aren't you trying to? Don't you have something that can fix things like that?
Yeah. Let's take. Wait, do we want to fix this?
I don't know. I'm just kind of saying we have options.
I can.
I mean, it's up to you, Doc.
I really don't want any like distractions right now. I think we've had enough surprises.
Then on we go. And Demetria will
It's-
back to the
let's-
way.
Bo and Amnon notice also the small inscription of the bas relief. It, like under the man, says, in common, gaze upon me with bronzed visage.
Bronzed visage.
Oh, sorry. Gaze upon me with bronzed visage, and secrets shall I reveal. And then you kind of notice it was a bit dusty.
Secrets?
Amnon scratches the dust off, like, and there it is.
Bo
like,
reads it out loud,
I'm like,
and then Amnon's like,
Mm.
no, it's a little card. It's a little card that gets to the end and then have to flip it over.
How do you gaze at something with bronze visage?
What's a visage?
Like,
Like
Girl, what does that mean?
face or eyes.
Should we put the spear in his eyes?
I mean, wait, what isn't Stagat's helmet kind of bronzy looking? Hey, Stagat, come look at the statue.
We put his head into it.
Look at the statue.
He's like, come on, hey, man. Stop. I can take it off.
Force
Like,
the
you're going to
god.
stop treating me. I'm a little bit weaker, but I'm not that much weaker.
No, we're not trying to get you to take it off. It's you can
Okay,
look at it.
He looks. He's not. He's kind of stands next to it. Puts it on. Nothing happens.
Maybe.
Can someone roll an insight for Sagat as he gazes on this? I
I
think Sagat probably has a wisdom. I will say a +1 without us looking at his stats.
Because I rolled for him tonight of all nights.
13.
With that +1, he gets an 8. The curse of the 8s.
He's like, yeah, I'm getting nothing.
Well, what if we wait? Actually,
you all
may I
wanna
please
try?
wait? Yeah, may I please have the helmet?
Okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna take the helmet. Does the helmet look like it could fit over the statue's head?
The statue's a base relief, so it's just like it's a relief.
Oh, it's just
so
on the
it
wall.
couldn't-
Okay, never
yeah,
mind. I
it
thought that
couldn't
it would be like
actually
gaze on
Yeah.
me, comma, with a bronze vision. It's like if we give him a bronze visage. Wait, is the helmet
What?
kind of reflective?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll turn over my shoulder and I'll hold up like the back of the helmet over my shoulder, like I'm trying to check out the back of my hair. To see if I can see the reflection of the statue in the helmet.
Okay. Give me an advantaged insight. And I'm giving
What
you advantage
D20 haven't I rolled yet?
because of something that you did, that you specifically did earlier is the reason I'm giving you the advantage.
Oh, interesting. Have I rolled literally every D20 I own tonight and it's all been garbage? No, I know I have one. There we go.
5 more dice.
Advantaged insight. Five.
Oh, okay. And so
Is there a full moon soon, please?
there glitters, and no matter what angle, nothing happens. You do feel, the only thing you just kind of feel is like your thoughts keep for a second, while you're doing it, right? Just while you're showing this bronze thing to the statue, your thoughts keep bouncing back to the quote that you read on the wall. But what I will add is that you remember it saying, because I want to be very clear, beyond the pillar forest, the mad mage awaits. But this time, you keep thinking beyond the pillar forest, the visage of the mad mage awaits.
Oh, okay. Demetra will kind of shake her head like, I don't know, I guess this didn't work. Thanks, Stagat, and she'll put the helmet back on his head.
Yeah, nice try.
I, Cheryl, think I get what you're saying, but would Demetria? No. Let's keep on keeping on. Durham's Road, let's go.
I think she would, but I think she'd be like, do we really want to go back?
She would be. She's the mom where it's like, oh no, that McDonald's is closed.
We have secrets at home.
Yeah,
we have secrets at home. The last time we got secrets, you didn't finish them. We're gonna get. Malcolm is like, let's go throwing us all these other roads, and we're like, no, we're gonna go this way.
Well, it's a dungeon. It's supposed to like have all this other stuff to do. You guys are staying on track. Good for you. Good for you.
We've been in hell, and we've learned.
I'm just
once Avernus, twice shy. Once Avernus, twice shy.
Light? No. Statue? No. Sure. All right.
A little demon popped out with a jacket full of Rolexes.
Because I was up and getting water, I didn't say when you're like describing like the fields of goblin bones. I'm like, oh, but I love when you have to play goblins. I would have loved for them to be alive.
So as you go through the next door, everything seems clear. If you're traveling and following if in this new hallway, there's another long hallway going left, which is north. There's another short hallway going right, curving around to the right, going east. And then, of course, that short hallway curves south, where there's another double door. Are you guys sticking with the path that was provided?
Are we in 37 now, or are we just at that juncture outside of 27?
You're basically at you would be around here, right?
Okay.
So north or going south.
Yeah, well, I would direct us south.
This is probably our first like dungeon crawl of this type, like where it's like room to room.
Where it's like, which way do we want to go? Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
south.
Yeah. through the
Can
door.
you imagine crawling this dungeon with no map at all? Just
Yeah,
like...
no, that would be.
I would. I wouldn't be
Ouch.
here.
That would hurt my soul.
It is
We'll be in that
really
hallway with all the candles for sure.
We'd be like light safety.
Yeah. There's some cool shit in this dungeon though. It's just
It's like
if it's
because
not
the
what you're
hallway
going
lights are something that I would want to go explore normally, because one of
Yeah.
the things I hate the most, and I've said this before about like fantasy video games, is when you go into a dungeon that hasn't been opened for 1,000 years and there's lit candles inside.
and there's
I
lit
hate that.
candles.
It's so lazy. Then you're like,
Yep.
they're magical. I'm like, then they could be there.
The magic ones are when things change. Yeah, so that's about where you guys are. So, and basically the next red is down here. So that's what I'm saying. So south is according to the map, right?
South we go.
So if you look at the
We're
map,
following that GPS. We're following that
the
GPS.
GPS basically needs you to go through 2 more rooms to get there, to get to level 2. So if you just stick with it, you can keep going. So if I'm hearing that they're just traveling according to the map, I'll just briefly explain what you see in the next room in 37. There is a 30-foot wide floor-to-ceiling map that's carved into the west wall. And it's like a fresco. And so there... Let me add to it. The elaborate image is a cross-section map of Undermountain. And you can see that it's clearly Mount Waterdeep and the City of Splendors at the top. And then you can see 23 hollowed out dungeon levels stacked below. Each dungeon level has its own stylistic side view, but no names or details are included that suggest the name of the level or what it contains.
What does the one we're on currently look like?
Nothing. It looks pretty standard. The strangest thing is next to the 3rd level, which is where you're headed, is the bas relief of a flaming skull engraved in that one.
Don't like that.
And next to the 16th level is the bas relief of a comet. Next to the 23rd lowest level is the bas relief of a tower with a tiny rune engraved into it. Since you asked the question, can I have an investigation check from you, Demetria?
I don't know why you keep having me roll things, man. We know what it's gonna be. Let's just...
Another 8.
I think I'm also officially out of unsullied D20s.
That whole dice jail is full up, huh?
Oh wait, there's like one more I think maybe in here.
Me too, Ohan. Me too.
Or no, actually, I guess I lost that one. All right, let's just pick a random one here. I'll use my beach one. Feeling beachy right now. Natural 20.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So
Which, because it's insight, becomes a 19.
I'll keep it a natural 20. So in addition to now, because we saw the map, we immediately went to the west wall, but in the middle of the room is also this pit here you see, and there's a 30-foot or 10-foot square open pit in the room, and as Demetria, as she's looking at the map, what she realizes is that the flaming skull, the comet, and the tower, they're all etched. Each one of those symbols is essentially a button that can be pressed, like a stone button that can be pressed. So on the 3rd level is that flaming skull, and it's all like side. So while you guys are looking at the map top down, right, this on a wall is a side view, like of each level, like a video game style, right? And so you have these 3 buttons that you could push.
Oh,
Where, so is it like the center of each level is the button, or they're like
kind of like the center of each level is the button.
oh, you think it's an elevator?
No, I think it's going to release a monster, but I really want to push it.
Oh god.
So you said it's our floor has the flaming skull, bottom floor has the tower. What's the one towards the middle?
The one towards the middle is the comet. The 16th floor is the comet.
We're just gonna 16th. We're not going to the 16th floor, right? We're not going down that way. Bottom floor is probably something really evil. I'm just gonna click the little comet. Just a little.
Not
So
very
you press
bright.
that one. It like the little comet. You press the button and a magical you hear this voice, male voice that fills the room and says, "Gate access to Star Dock from level 16 only." And then the voice is gone.
Demetria looks around and starts to reach for the flaming skull.
Wait! You got lucky with the first button, so you're gonna go ahead and.
Well, because at least now the first button makes me think that it's they said star something access
Starport?
only. Star portal, something like that. Maybe that's where we're gonna
you
go.
think
And
it's the portal? Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe this is also but we can only access this since it's on the 3rd level, so we couldn't even make this do anything because we're on level 1 right now, right?
Yep.
Maybe it's maybe it's like a point where you can, if you're down on that level, it'll bring you back up to this level. Or
Maybe. Or hop you between or hop you
yeah,
between them.
if you've already been there, if you activated a certain part.
I'm just gonna do a little poking of the flaming skull.
Oh,
So
hopefully we see a flaming skull.
as you
Hopefully that
press the
doesn't make a flaming skull go kill all of our friends that are currently on
It's
level
so
3.
funny.
You hear the voice fill the room and say, "Gate access to Skullport enabled." And then
Skullport. That's where we're going. Skullport. Okay.
Wait, what? That's what we have.
Skullport was where we're supposed to go. It says enabled. Yeah, Skullport's where we're supposed to go. So it just says, what did it say again, Malcolm? It said
that the gate access to Skullport, where you're planning to go on the 3rd level, is enabled. But that's it. Nothing else happens. That's it.
if I click it again, what happens then?
Gate access to Skullport disabled.
I bet we got to enable it here before we move ahead. So it's probably good that we press this button, or that you press this button.
I mean,
Weird.
yeah, it's really weird. I would hate to show up on level 3 and have them be mad at us for hitting this button.
Yeah, but the map is telling us that we're going to level 2.
But we're heading, our destination's on level 3.
We're
Your
going to
destination's on level
Skullport.
3.
I see.
What do we think? Do we think we should leave the button pressed or not?
I
see
think
we
we
leave
should
the button
enable that.
pressed.
I think we should enable it and
Yeah.
keep moving.
All right. Demetria will bird Bahamut and hit the button.
Gate access to Skullport enabled.
Okay, Malcolm, let's not have this be canon, but if I was to rapidly hit the button, would it just be that voice going, gate,
Gate.
Wow, on Pride Month?
on Pride Month, Malcolm. Wow, dude.
What is going on? What?
Here we witness the D&D game joke at someone else's expense. Previous iterations have been Sean's mom. And
Is this how white men feel? Is this how cisgendered white men feel? I'm just joking. I'm being attacked.
People are coming into D&D games and they're making jokes about Pride.
Oh man. Okay, good shit.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Yeah, we're done hitting the button. It's activated.
Done hitting
It's
the
activated,
button.
we walk away.
I admit it's a strange one, but it's in the dungeon nonetheless.
You're like, it's in the module. I didn't write
yes. And so
Red is gonna drop a dagger down the hole.
now can I have a what I will say is can I have an advantaged perception check from everyone?
Mm.
And Red's about to do some shit, okay?
it. Advantage. You said
21?
perception?
Yes. 21.
10.
21.
So
13.
what you keep hearing is like the 21. I think the highest is Bo, right? So every time Demetria's like she's pushing the button, you notice that you're hearing like a click and an unclick and a click and an unclick when the one specifically for Skullport, and when she enables it, the southern wall kind of is like cracked, and it's like kept like unlocking and locking, unlocking and locking, unlocking and locking. So
I just
like,
watched it for a second.
Scooby-Doo ass shit. We're just out here.
So literally when Amnon's looking on the map, it's literally like the S right here. It's like, it's open.
I can just see Amnon just his face palming right now, but God, I'm surrounded.
Put the candle back.
Oh,
And what were you going to do, Red? What was Red doing?
I was gonna drop a dagger down the hole.
Okay. So when you throw the dagger or drop it into the hole, you hear it clink very soon, which lets you know, like, it's very dark, the hole only goes down about 20 feet. You hear it sounds like it might have like bounced off of like rubble. But the sides are smooth, so it's like and without climbing gear, it wouldn't be easy to. I mean, you could maybe try to shine some. Even with Demetria's light, probably might cast if it's 30 feet. That probably
I actually was wrong. I didn't want to break up everything. It's 20 feet of bright light and then a further 20 feet of dim. So it actually goes
dim.
40 technically.
Okay, so 40. So then, yeah, she would be able to. So then the mace would be able to see down there, if that's what you're doing. If so, it is stone rubble down there, and you see Red's dagger down there. Nothing else is there, just rubble.
Anybody got a spare dagger?
I do. You can have it.
Much appreciated.
Thanks for coming along.
So there is, of course, and this room actually has two doors that go north separately, but then one door that goes south towards where you're planning to head. Who else?
South we go.
South we go.
Oh, yeah.
As you go to the south, you go through this curve, push the door, it kind of pivals on a hinge. You can see the strange old locking mechanism as you cross over. You go down maybe for, it doesn't take you but a couple minutes to get to the end of the hall where you realize that you're behind yet another secret door.
Secret tunnel.
And you can tell that you can move this one. Yeah, like to enter 39A. So from this standpoint, you all are right behind this door here. And on the map, Amnon can see that this is what the room space is supposed to look like on the other side.
Is there like a locking mechanism on this door, or?
No, so when you push from your side, it feels like you can just turn it. But so it's magically the way it's set up is you can when you kind of touch and push in, it moves. Probably not from the opposite way, but like almost like when you push on it, you hear it unlatch like and pull and start to push it.
Yeah, Demetria will push it open.
All right. As you begin to
this room looks pretty big on the map. I'll pop a divine sense as we come in.
Okay. Can I have stealth checks from everyone?
No.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm good at that again now.
16.
15.
17.
2.
Oh, I got.
Oh no!
She's a 2.
That was a nice
rolled
series
low,
of teens,
but a 2? That was going.
Well, I rolled with disadvantage.
Did you roll a 2 teen? 20?
Funny, I roll at disadvantage too because of my armor, but Demetria's background as a criminal gives her a good bonus to stealth. So
Yeah, Amnon doesn't have that.
ironic.
Yeah, I made that choice.
Everybody except Amnon passed for sure.
We're all
What'd you get,
creeping
Amnon?
in, and then Amnon in his squeaking shoes.
Yeah.
I'm like, when
Amnon, what'd you get?
paper, I'm like doing
Oh,
that.
Amnon got the 2. I'm sorry, you said.
Yeah.
So what'd you get?
I got a
Timmy?
17.
Okay.
I got a 17.
So
Sorry.
as
Amnon closes the door
in
and the
this
voice
room, so what you
steps
is as you guys open the door, what you can see is in the room is there's a large section like that section you see maybe here. It's like a large block pillar size, about 10 foot wide, 10 foot going into the ceiling, and you can see in the room, like right around here, sleeping on the floor on like a bunch of pile like sandbags is a huge kind of like pale Etten. He's got this big kind of chubby humanoid figure with 2 heads, and he's snoring. He's like straight sleeping. One of them's got tusks. The other one's just got a couple like missing teeth, and as you all are like enter the room, Amnon makes some kind of noise. Something his lash scrapes against the wall, and he goes, wake up! And then one of them slaps the second head, and the other. It's like so basically
Can I
it's a
cast
giant
sleep?
with 2
Can I
heads.
cast sleep?
Ooh, wake up! Someone's there!
Cast
Look!
sleep.
Sleep. All right, I will allow the sleep to go off before them.
Nice.
Go ahead.
And I'll do it at the second level to give it extra. Wait, how many extra DS do I get for being able? Cast?
Someone's there. Someone's coming through the secret door.
No, it's 2d8 for every one.
Demo, wake up.
Right. 4, 8, 12, 15, 17, 19, plus 26.
And so one of the head, like the head he's slapping to wake up, that one is like, and then your magic, it just goes, it slumps over. But the second head keeps getting up. Goes, who goes? So one of the heads is like snoring, and the body is getting
I
up.
tried.
Who is that? Who goes there? And you see it like reaching down to grab like a battle axe, and then the other it grabs like a battle axe, and then there's a club there with spikes in it, and he's trying to grab that one, but the other head, the part of the body, it's like come on, wake up, Jimmo.
Amnon would be like,
do it
hello,
myself.
hi.
Oh, who are you?
Whoa.
Demetria's gesturing down where the map tells us to go.
You're not supposed to know about secret passage. My bugbear friends will be back soon, but I'll have to deal with you. Probably robbers. I can do
No,
this.
don't worry about it.
We're
We're
not
not.
robbing nothing. No, we're just walking through.
Yeah, on the contrary, we're here to sell you something.
You are not supposed to be walking through.
We're not walking through. We're making our way through. We're just gonna be gone. It's like we were never here. Everyone go that way. And she starts nudging everyone towards.
Persuasion, Amnon, Demetria, Bo. Persuasion check.
But
Persuasion.
Tempe throws more nuts in his mouth while he's laughing. He's enjoying it very much.
We like that. 21.
21.
Oh,
wow.
Hey.
shit.
wow, beautiful.
High five. Give me a high five, Joe.
Right there. Through Lex, Lex, connect us.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Oh, that's how weird.
If you use secret passage, you could be rogues, or you could be
Or we could be friends of the mage.
the mage. Nobody likes the mage.
I didn't say we like him. I just said that we knew him. He told us where to go.
You gotta be friends with Xanathar or Obaya.
Oh, yeah. No, we're bros with Obaya, actually. That's actually true. She gave us
Yeah.
these Rocky Talkies, and me just
Your friend,
for once, that's actually true. Yeah, no, we're friends with Obaya.
We like.
We're the
him,
left
so
hand. Did
we're
she ever
good
mention
with
us
Is
the
the
left
talking a
hand?
lot, and even I'm not convinced.
Well, why don't we show? Or
Yeah, do we have any?
alliance
We don't
badges?
really have any proof that we're Obaya's friends.
Well, I mean, do we have we have the alliance badges still, don't we?
Oh yeah, we got Harper's badge. We've got Lord's Alliance badge. We've got Rocky
Oh.
Talkie.
Demetrius shows all these fake IDs to this.
I got the FBI. We're with the CIA.
No, man. And then finally, the other head is
Well,
sweaty, waking up.
Durnan gave us this map. Durnan gave us this map. Is that also cool?
Look, they're Harper's and Lord's Alliance. Too bad, no crush heads. We supposed to let them through. And the other head is like, yeah, I guess we are.
No, he's asleep.
he was slowly. He was waking up. He kind of like,
Oh,
woke up.
okay.
He was like, yeah, we're supposed to. His hand is like slowly waking up. No, well, it's better when the Xanathars. You guys work for the wrong people, but truce for now. But when the evil bitch queen is dead, then we go back to hating you.
You know, deal. And I'm
Yeah,
gonna
appreciate
go
it.
for a fist
Really,
bump.
yeah, fist bump.
Fist bump. Like
You
you're
can take the stairs if you like.
Any warning for what's down there, man? Because there was like a jelly upstairs that we handled for you. So like, not upstairs, but down.
Yeah, you gotta look at your next map. You gotta go, and then actually, I will reveal. So the next map is as Amnon's looking through. He goes, "Well, you gotta go through lots of goblins down there, but you'll be fine." Xanathar doesn't like them because they're always selling stuff, and Xanathar wants to shut down their little merchant shops so that he can make more money. But we gotta do business with them. It's a lot of them for right now. Eventually, we'll get rid of all of them. But you gotta go through the Goblin Bazaar and then down. Let me look at your map. Yeah, I just follow.
Goblin Bazaar, like that's a punishment. We love Bazaar.
Just follow that. Before you all head any further, I think the only other thing you see in the room that really stands out is there's a giant statue of a life-size, depicts a dwarf king standing atop a 3-foot high stone pedestal. And sprouting from the king's neck is a deformed, mostly featureless second head with an elongated, toothless mouth. The inscriptions on the pedestal have been worn away, and on the king's brow rests an engraved stone circlet, and his large hands grasp at the handle of a stone warhammer, the head of which is planted at his feet. Just so you know, that was where the star is in the center of the room. That's what's depicted there. That's what stands there and looms there.
Demetrius gonna elbow Red or
Tempe
elbow
looks-
his shoulder. Anybody you know?
Yeah. Both Dimitri and Tempe racially profile Red for sure.
You think I know every dwarf that's ever walked the lands?
I don't know. Maybe there's like a legend of a dwarf king with a fucked up head that you remember.
Perception check from Tempe, Demetria, and Red.
Do we notice Red getting mad at us?
I imagine that definitely.
15.
He's not getting mad. He's just like, really?
18.
It sucks
Okay.
that Tempe's off the red leather because then it could become the new broship of like Red Demetria, Tempe with the red leathers, and literally Red. And that could be the new
17
trio.
for perception.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's actually Tempe that notices that the king's warhammer is a separate piece of stone that could be rotated when the warhammer is turned. So basically, like he's reaching down, but it looks like the way he's standing, it looks like the warhammer itself can be rotated.
I will bring this to the attention of Amnon.
You all interested in the scary dwarf men look like us? maybe king
You're
of Etten.
stronger. You look stronger.
Tempe laughs and he goes, "You're way better looking than this guy."
Yeah, we way better looking.
Tempe likes the dumb troll dude.
Oh, I love this guy.
Yeah, big fan.
New friend. Let's
What's
make
your
him serve
name,
drinks.
man?
Let's
What's
make him
your
like a
name?
bartender at the House of Spirits.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
seriously.
should invite him home for sure.
He's Demo. I'm
Oh.
Gorgon.
Demo Gorgon. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. A little creepy,
Demo
but
Gorgon.
nice.
No, Gorgon Demo.
Oh,
Gorgon.
Gorgon.
No,
Okay,
I
Gorgon
like
Demo.
Demo Gorgon. You know it's Demo Gorgon. No, Gorgon Demo. And then they just kind of like punch each other a couple times.
Tempe
Oh,
is
fuck.
giggling. He is so he loves it so.
So much better than hell. This is so much better than
Yeah.
This is the best. Tempe's living his best life right now.
All right, guys.
It's like Tempe in hell is just a bunch of pictures of him in the background looking all slumped over and sad. This is him like taking selfies with everything that he thinks is
They're fighting in the background, and he's taking a selfie with his
Yeah.
selfie in his face.
him taking a selfie shirtless after fighting Red. Like,
Yeah. When all this is over, you guys come over for some drinks. Okay, guys, let's go.
all right, let's go. Yeah, go.
Yeah, let's run.
Are we gonna turn the little thing, Amnon? Are we gonna turn the hammer?
Nope, we are gonna go talk to Obaya.
All right.
Leaving the hammer turned down towards the ground?
For what?
Or what?
Oh,
Lex, no.
Okay. That
No.
was good.
Remove a level
Sean
fucking
gets it. Sean gets it.
I will say I had 3 of you make the check right. Anything above a 15 would have passed. So I mentioned Tempe because you got the highest check. So I think who else? Oh,
I
Bowman's
also got a
Bowman's-
15.
I have
So, but
15
she-
passive perception.
Well, Tempe told Amnon. Amnon is very tempted right now.
Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna roll. Actually, I'm gonna roll this. so
Malcolm's
that
like,
you
we
can
can't get through this level without you guys fighting anything.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Fun news.
I mean, Tempe's definitely
You
not
guys have
touching
fought
that.
a couple of things actually so far. So I'm not too worried about that. I'm looking for. Oh no, it's a 1. I was trying to see if the dumb ogres might contribute something. This is the wrong dice to be rolling. It's funny. It's because it's green, but because of the chroma key, it turns it into a black die.
Oh
and you
yeah, what is Demo or Gorgon? Do they help us? Do they tell us?
can-
Maybe they tell us something.
Because of that dumb roll, not really. They just
Oh,
look like they
okay.
looked like for a second they were like, what I will say they look like is like unique. They could see that Tempe had was looking at the statue, and they're like, we've been trying to figure out who he is. You need help with anything? We're strong.
We should have these guys. I go, hey. Why don't you see what that thing does? You
Ooh, like,
ever touch that?
Yeah,
hammer
he starts to kind of fondle the
Tempe
hammer.
backs away.
What do
Tempe
you
backs
mean
away.
touch it? I don't understand. We touched it. Do we want us to do something with it?
It looks like it can turn.
Oh! Use
Tempe
your
backs
hand
away.
right, dummy. And he grabs his other hand and he takes he's like put it on the handle, and they both kind of like turn it.
2 heads, but they're both right-handed.
They both start turning it
Perfect.
until it like kind of like twists upright to where it looks like the dwarf is kind of reaching to hold the hammer like right under his chin. As that happens, there is like a clicking and a locking sound, and something opens, and the right at the pedestal's feet, because remember she's standing on that 3-foot pedal, a little opening like reveals itself, almost like it was magically, like you couldn't see it before, but it's a little slot, and in that cavity is a magic looking circlet. It's identical to the one that's on the statue, but this one is it's fashioned in gold, whereas that's just carved around his head. And that circlet looks like it could be worn by either one of you. Definitely couldn't be worn by either Etten because their head's too large. But
Is it glowy or anything?
what makes you think it's magical is just how bright. Yeah, it's not glowing, but it doesn't even, like, it has an aura to it that's not like casting any light, but that even in that darkness where it's sitting there in the slot, you can see it perfect.
All right, I'll bite. If the whole thing opened it and then nothing happened and they're okay, I'll stick my hand. I'll grab this thing.
All right, you pick it
Roman
up.
holiday, you start.
Do you put it on? Do you?
I mean, I'll look at it, and I'll look at the statue, and I'll sure.
It looks
Sure.
rare. Okay.
Fuck it.
And it
Tempe
looks
nice.
nice. Fits you nice. Good shit. It's
Does it look nice? I look at Demetria. I'm like,
Nisha tilts her head, kind of like walks up, kind of gives it a little roguish tilt.
I don't feel weird, do I?
You don't feel weird. You don't feel
Okay.
anything.
You feel a little bit cuter.
Very handsome, Tempe. Very handsome. Be sure to wear that on your wedding.
Everything's coming up Tempe, you guys. This is
Tempe's like, shit, this dungeon's giving out free hats.
yeah. Troll friends and free hats? Yes.
And so do you you have the circlet now, you're wearing it. It's at least gold. It's at least worth something. It's nice, it fits you perfectly. Tempe. And then the stairs lead off and the ends have, that lead down below to the second level.
I look at Stegata, I go, look, now I got something. I got a headwear thing too. We're like headwear friends now.
Even though mine's it's not the same. But yeah, yours is nice.
Still looks
new.
great. Still looks great.
Yeah. Hopefully no rust guys get to yours. Rust creatures, whatever they were. And so they descend.
Descend.
As they descend.
Descend.
It is
Left hand, descend.
And it's here almost 10-15 minutes later. They find themselves in this long hall, and they can automatically pick up the they could pick up the sense of like some kind of gamey meat in the air. They can, and then kind of mixed in with like ale, the smell of like maybe the things brewing, soups brewing, mixed with kind of the smell of piss and shit. And at the end of the hall,
I was happy till that part.
They just hear they just hear a lot of commotion.
Good God, we're in Seattle.
And
Goblin City.
And on the map, as it would look like, they clearly must be approaching the Goblin Bazaar.
You might want to hide that circlet.
He's like, my hat? No, I think we'll be fine.
Oh man, famous last words.
And as they walk and prepare to head down to whatever inevitably they're going to find around that corner, we'll take a 5-minute break as they journey deeper into the dungeon. Good stuff.
Yay!
Oh, great.
That statue didn't try and kill us. Yay!
No.
Like it. And I didn't die when I put the little thing in my head, so that's a plus.
It didn't immediately make you age like 30 years.
Yeah. That was good. I didn't know what was gonna happen, but I like those troll guys.
Demo and Gorgon. Our new best friends, Demo and Gorgon. 2 friends for the price of 1. I love this music as us going into the Goblin Bazaar. I am so excited for Goblin Bazaar.
don't know if I'm in a dungeon crawl or an elevator.
Yes. Also, for the earlier comment about the Dark Souls sewer under the Undead Burg, at the very bottom of it, before you enter Blighttown, is the Gaping Dragon.
Mm.
And if you thought,
Oh, that dragon is, yeah, I've seen the... Man, I've never fought it, but yeah, it looks awful.
so many teeth.
That's because I've seen the miniature for that thing, and I'm like, oh, Lord.
There's a miniature for it? Ooh.
Yeah, for the Dark Souls board game, there is.
Oh, yeah.
They have like, so they have like, if you ever, even if you don't play the game, they've got some great miniature versions of all the main bosses in the games.
Oh, I'd want a Artorias the Abyss Walker mini.
I think I had. What does that one look like? Is that who is that?
Knightly, kind of hunched over with a broken arm.
Hunched over with and he's got like a long blue cloak.
Yep.
Yep, I've got that one guy. He's cool. That's like one of my favorites. And he's got like and then doesn't he have like a companion wolf? Well, you fight the wolf separately, but they have like the wolf that has a sword. Yeah, those are both bosses in the board game that look really cool.
Oh man, yeah, the Sith boss fight in Dark Souls 1. The intro changes if you do the DLC first.
Oh really?
Yeah, because originally when you go fight Sith, pretty much just it's like attack on sight, guard dog doing guard dog things. But then if you do the DLC first and kill Artorias and then rescue Sith from the Abyss, kind of Sith will pounce on you, sniff you, recognize your scent as the one that saved him, and then reluctantly pick up the sword to fight you.
Interesting. That's pretty cool.
It's not really cool, it's really sad.
Yeah,
Especially because Sith is like one of the few bosses in any Souls game that at low HP is weaker and like on the verge of dying. Like you get Sith to low HP and they're just limping with the sword in the mouth.
Oh yeah, that's one of the last thing he does when you fight him in the board game. If you get him weak, he starts to like limp. But he's difficult as hell to get him there.
I think the only other boss that I can think of off the top of my head that's like that is the old Demon King in Dark Souls 3. Where he does like a big fire blast and then is like has no more fire in him and is just kind of laying there.
Me too, honestly.
Goblin Bazaar. I'm so excited.
I can't wait for the goblin voices.
Yes.
I'm very excited.
I know we're just.
Whoa, look at those. I love all the tent minis, Malcolm. Those look awesome. I was going to say when he was all like, make sure you secure that circlet on your head. I'm like, but the circlet's all the way up there and all the goblins are going to be down there. It's not going to be... That shouldn't be an issue at all.
Why is my camera doing weird? I'm like not even in it. Okay, that got off.
I cast Fireball at 7th level.
The camera sliding over to Malcolm. Very artistic, very avant.
You talk about killing all of the goblins.
No.
I cast Fireball 6th level, and I do that as a bonus action.
And then I do twin spells.
You can't twin spell Fireball, but I will transmute it to lightning because I think it's funny. Or let's make it a war crime. Let's transmute it to poison.
Let's make it a war crime.
Shit my D&D. You can cross that off your shit my D&D players that said bingo card, Malcolm.
Yes, definitely.
What? Make it a war crime, transmute it to poison.
Yep.
Not during Military History Month, guys. Come on.
Is there
Not
a
during
military history
anti-war
month?
crime month. Not during war crime awareness month. Guys.
War Crime Awareness Month.
Is that the joke?
That's
of
my
the
favorite
week?
new holiday.
Crazy how they stack. They just want to get all over with 1 month. Everything.
It's not a war crime. It's a checklist.
It's funny because May is actually like 3 different months.
Yeah, that's all.
It's the Geneva Suggestions.
There's no Geneva in Eberron. There's no Geneva in the Sword Coast. The Baldur's Gate Convention. What is that? What that?
Can I stab it?
The turtle.
What that?
He looks friendly.
Oh yeah, you see
Oh
how
yeah,
there's
that one
goblins?
passed out guy. He looks friendly.
You see how there's goblins on high places? That's to reach the stuff on your head.
Yeah, I like how our new best friends, Demo and Gorgon, they were all like, careful, you have to go through the Goblin Bazaar. And we're like, little do you guys know, we love shopping. We love shopping, and we've already been to hell, so we are ready.
Like nothing is gonna be that bad. Like this is gonna be super cool.
Cool. All right, be right back.
I mean, technically, the police commit war crimes.
Take a look at the merch that I got from the event.
Like, any military personnel is not allowed to use pepper spray
Ooh.
because it's considered a chemical weapon. But that's only against opposing military forces. You can use it on your own citizens all you want. It's not a war crime.
Right, this is gonna bug me. Star Wars guys, have you guys ever watched the bad lip reading song? Not the Yoda one, but the Bushes of Love one, because that's been stuck in my head all day. She likes honky tonk.
Can we get some links, please? Jeez.
Bushes of Love is my personal favorite.
Bushes of Love. It's been a sleeper hit with me because all about the seagulls. Please stop it now, but now it's all Bushes of Love all the time. Here, let me get a link. She likes it when I honky tonk.
Malcolm, I like how you just became a little head in the corner there. That was pretty good.
Yeah, I'll give you guys the rundown. This is just even actually, hold on. This is a section of the Goblin Bazaar. But I'll go from that from time to time when we need to reference it. Let's see. For the sake of moving through, though, as you come down that long hallway, actually, let me go back. Hold on, give me 1 second. Okay, so in entering the Goblin Bazaar, the first thing you would notice
Is it bizarre?
it's very
How bizarre.
there so through this you have to kind of get through this entrance way, but as you cross through it, I imagine cautiously, you see a few drunk goblins kind of staggering around like not paying any attention to you. But as you get up to around here, you can see through this area that it opens into a wider, like, there's tents and there's smoke and smell of things being cooked and things being sold and bartered. It looks like in that space, even as you're walking down the hall, this section of Undermountain clearly was once dwarven. All of the bas reliefs seem to be, ancient kind of like the dwarves, kind of prideful. Depending on where Red is from, this is probably sacrilege and awful to see. Just depending on whether he's a mountain dwarf or if he's a hill dwarf. If he's not from the mountain, maybe he doesn't care. But this is, they've literally taken this place and made it their own. The walls were adorned with dwarves carrying supplies. The dwarves' faces have been chipped away and replaced with cartoonish goblins' heads drawn in charcoal. There's spurs hanging off the walls. There's noises, banging noises can be heard up north. Yeah. And so the last thing I'll say is so if you guys are around here, well, let me go. You're about here, right? You can enter the bazaar here, but you're also hearing banging noises coming from up here. Bang like like woodwork.
Drum circle.
Don't. Like somebody like carpenters working on something up that way. So I'll turn it over to you all to see how you approach the bazaar.
I don't know if you guys remember this, but Tempe loves music.
I do recall this.
I think Tempe is going to be tempted to go towards this drumming sound.
Tempted
Towards
Get out. Get out. I won't allow that. As a resident old man here.
So you guys heading up north a little bit further to see what's going on up there?
Yes.
All right, so you guys kind of make your way cautiously. As no one, as people, some of them kind of like walk by you, like big-eared green and all different little shades of green.
Tempe is smiling like huge and looking
We're like the
around,
only sober people outside the club at 2 a.m.
and looking around at Teacher and Amnon. Like clearly he's having a great time.
This is just Disneyland for Tempe.
Yeah.
So up in this area, you notice that the goblins here, there's a bunch of them, maybe 15 of them, and they are they're erecting something. They're like erecting some kind of stage, right? They're like working on, made of wood. So what you thought for a second was like drums, it's actually just kind of like work being done. On that north wall, it looks like it's a 20-foot high chamber, and they're using wood, and up towards the north side of the wall, they're building this little stage. And then towards the south wall, there's just a shit ton of strewn like furniture, like looks like furniture from all over, dwarven made, but it's all like you can say they're breaking legs off, right? Like they're like reworking stuff to make this, tearing down what was a table to add lumber to this stage. That looks like it will be quite large when it's done. And one of them like bangs and puts a nail through, and he at the same he ends up nailing his own hand, and he's like and one of them runs over and like tries to like pry the nail out of his hand. It's blood splashing everywhere, and he's like he's like and he's like talking in goblin. So unless you speak goblin, you don't know what they're saying.
Can I go try to help him get the nail out?
That's one of the other goblins got it out for him.
Oh, he's got it out. Okay, all right. I'm very concerned with goblins' safety.
Perception check from everyone in the room.
Oh. 14.
3.
22.
I rolled a 20.
Shit.
Ooh,
Hey.
I got a 16.
All right. So the 20 and the 22, both Amnon and Red, can hear through all this commotion, can slightly hear the clanging of chains hooked to the ceiling in this area. And so as you kind of turn and look behind you, it looks like they're inside that dark space. There's a couple of like maybe sconces lit on the wall, so it's just dim enough for you to see that from the ceiling there are they pronounced, I don't know if they're gibbets or gibbet, they're basically like cages that you put people in for like to like leave them there, like torture them, right? Gibbets. The gibbets. So there's like 3 of those hanging from the ceiling, and in the middle of one of those is a little goblin who you can see kind of like laying. It looks like it was made for a full like human-sized person, and there's a goblin whose ears are like tucked through the little openings in the iron, looking very sad.
No. Dimitri goes over towards that goblin.
Yeah, how high up is it?
It's about the ceilings are about 10 foot high, so it's probably like hanging off. It's probably like level to you all. Like you could easily, open it or chop it down if you wanted to. But this goblin is here maybe for a reason. You don't know why. You don't, that kind of thing. Its eyes are closed. Like almost like cats curl up. It's kind of like curled up like it's cold, and its ears are down.
Adorable. Dimitri's gonna try and see if there's a goblin moving around and try and, hey, what's the story with this guy?
Oh, you're gonna ask one of the other
You speak goblin?
No, I'm gonna ask in common.
Oh,
wow.
I didn't know you could speak common. Speak goblin.
And he's like blah blah blah. Like he's like he kind of looks at him like looking at that goblin like and then walks away.
That's that.
Dude, he's gonna tap the cage with the sad goblin in it. Hey.
And so
Hey.
The little goblin opens one of its eyes, and then looks at Demetria. Kind of opens.
Hey man, you common? Question mark? Common? Inquiry?
Common.
Yes. What's with the why the cage?
Hungry. I haven't eaten in 2 days.
No, I'll give him some rations. I'll give him a granola bar.
I keep an eye out to see if anyone notices.
On the
Flashback to Amina meeting Snatchel.
Yes.
And so he's just kind of like chomping down like on this little ration, and it's gone so fast like he like coughs because it's so dry.
Nature Valley granola bar.
Water.
Mitra pulls out the water skin.
Water. Can I have a
You're gonna be hitting being locked in this
perception
cage.
check to make sure that no from Bo to make sure like he's kind of like looking to see.
17.
Okay, so you're able to like no one's like coming to there seems to be like a one of the goblins came in and was like clang 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 and was like break, and then they, like a bunch of them like stormed away from the
we're surrounded by Swedish chefs.
I want goblins every fucking session. We need goblins every session.
Yeah, we all play goblins. We all just talk like that.
This is fantastic. Oh my god! All goblin party.
It'll be right after the all crab party.
Me got in trouble for stealing.
Damn. Well, if you got caught,
I was hungry. Yeah.
Mm.
But you help Snatchel. Appreciate you. What?
Snatchel, don't
Surprised by
Malcolm,
my
don't.
name?
Wait, so
Snatchel's my name.
okay, Snatchel is your name. So you stole something, you got caught, and they locked you up.
Yes. Snatchel like heroes like you helped Snatchel before. If you help Snatchel out, Snatchel will guide you through dungeon if you like.
Inside check.
Okay.
16.
Right. Ooh, just beat him. Snatchel appears to be telling the truth, and might know his way around these parts. And he goes on to say, I stole some my food. Oh, I didn't get in trouble for stealing just any food. Snatchel stole food that was for Goblin Boss. And you not supposed to steal food for Goblin Boss. But it was so good. It was human food, so good. Snatchel, they wouldn't let me have it. They sell Snatchel like slop daily. Just one day want to taste good fruit. And I get hung up for that.
Well, hey. Guess what our day job is, Snatchel? About to blow your little green mind.
Why?
Because we happen to own a restaurant up top called House of Spirits. So if you can get
He
us
falls and
safely
goes,
through.
and he like falls over on his back. Snatch will
Hey,
love
hey,
human
come on.
food.
Hey, but we got this
Backpack.
guy. We've got this guy over here to help us guide us through this. Do we really need him too?
Listen, Snatch will help you. Snatch will tell you secrets about a goblin boss Yak.
Secrets.
Secrets.
We had secrets at home. Well, hey, Snatchel, do you happen to know the meaning of the word in common, redemption?
Redemption. No. Some
Okay.
Snatch will know that word.
Well, I'm gonna give you the quick speech. Because redemption is the thing where you try and be better than you were before, right? So you got caught stealing food that you weren't supposed to take from Goblin Boss. You redeem yourself by not stealing food anymore, right? Changing your ways, doing good, helping heroes. Sound good? I
Sound
believe in
Sound-
redemption. Redemption means that you don't go back to doing what you used to do before, right?
We
do good.
Redemption.
Redemption.
Goblin. Okay.
All right. How do I
Snatch
get
will
you out of this
believe-
thing? And she's gonna rattle it.
Tempe mutters, this is a terrible idea.
Yeah.
Redemption. Starts shaking.
So
Redemption.
are we letting him out?
Yeah, why not?
mean,
Can I try to like bust it open?
Yeah. Oh, you're just gonna
Raw-handed.
a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. Straight athletics check. It's a little
I'll
bit
help.
high.
I'll do help. I'll brace
right,
my
help.
shoulder
Okay.
against
27.
The door, bing, like buckles off.
it.
Snatcher like hops out. You strong. You strong. We
Thank you.
strong. We them shun. We them shun. We them boys. We them shun. Let's go. And then he kind of like looks around the corner like, but what if they see me?
Well, you're with us. It's fine.
Okay.
Just
And
don't
then
go
he,
making
like,
a scene. Don't go making
He
a scene.
snuggles in between like
Do you want to
Demetria.
get in my coat?
Why don't
and-
one of you guys carry him? Why don't you carry
Like a
him?
little baby Bjorn for Snatch.
Yeah, because Demetria and Bo are both quite big. So if they
But
just
hear what
carry him, they're not
we've
gonna
got our new friend upstairs who will be our new bartender, and we've got Snatchel who will be our new busboy.
Oh, he's adorable.
That's an adorable little gremlin dude. I love him.
And so he like climbs up and
Beloved
so he's
fan
hiding
favorite
on
Snatchel.
he's hiding on Bo.
Hey, Snatchel, do you speak Sylvan?
No, just common and goblin. Common and goblin.
Common and goblin.
That's how I remember him.
That's funny.
Comblin.
Common. Goblin. Yeah.
Like Spanglish. Comblin.
All
All right, so where we gotta go? We gotta go south still, right? Where's the map?
right, so you
Let me look at it.
and so,
Let me look at it like a dad pulling out the during the road
All right, let's go here.
trip.
and so if you're looking
Tempe turns around and looks at Amnon. He's like, "Are we there yet?"
so going into this
Don't
space,
make me stop this party over, okay? I will split it.
so this is clearly some large open space that looks like it was a throne room. Like towards the north, you can see the old throne on a dais that was probably the Dwarven Kings. And the same, you can see how it's been just kind of like, destroyed a bit. Not in terms of like defaced all of the Dwarven culture around it. And now it's just like it's like a large city street or alley that is just full of little shops. You can see people selling swords and such. As you guys walk through, you see a couple goblin males and females like wearing like scantily clad like clothes. One of them goes ha 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 and like opens his jacket. It's not wearing anything in front of you. Like hey, like there's like little tents to like it's almost like a little goblin brothel.
Little
back there.
goblin dingalings hanging out.
It's like that
over-
bit in Hercules where you see it from behind first,
This
and
is
then he's
my
got a bunch of
favorite
little
session
watches
ever.
inside his jacket.
This is the best session ever. Wow. Timestamp that Goblin Dinglings right there.
Oh, God.
Goblin, that's the episode title. Goblin Dingaling.
Goblin Dinglings. Oh man, I kind of imagine them more. Yeah, I guess they do. I guess more like Gremlins, where they're just kind of smooth, but
Oh, that's no fun.
that's no fun.
Somehow
so-
weirder.
And so yeah, it's just kind of crazy going on, and some of them are selling like weaponry, and then you hear one goblin calling out in common, like, because it seems like most of the merchants seem to be, and you don't just see goblins, you see a couple other, like they're sparse, but other humanoids, tieflings, humans, others parties that look like they might be 2 to 3 roguish looking adventurers. Mostly everyone here keeps to themselves, their hoods, low, their faces in the shadows kind of feel. But the goblins are clearly changing money. They're serving over little soups. You can see little spit roasts of like giant rats being cooked and like served over on sticks to people taking them, kind of biting into them and walking off. So you could go through here kind of searching out and looking for things to kind of purchase or buy, or you might want to look, more around. Oh, I'm sorry, completely sharing the wrong thing here. What to purchase, but yeah, I'll turn over to you to see what they, and then you see also goblins who are on the perches high in the room. They seem to be like, there are some goblins that seem to be kind of more menacing. They kind of crawl along the walls, dip in and out of the little alcoves and little openings. They have bows and arrows slung on their backs, clearly guards. And you see kind of some gruff bugbears walking through the crowd, but very few of them, as many as you see of the goblins. There's at least 40 goblins in the room. I would say about half of them look like they could be guards. The others are merchants, buying, drinking, doing other stuff.
All right. Hey, Malcolm, we're in 1D, right?
You are in, let me look on that map. Yes, you're in 1D now.
Okay. Because if there's a marker on my map that I'm not seeing on your map on my screen.
This marker? This is one. Oh, you're in 1. So you're in
1A.
Sorry, this is 1A. B.
1A.
So I think your marker says 1A, but it's technically 1D.
I'm seeing one.
You're seeing 1D?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
I see 1D as a little black one, and then 1A is the little red one.
You're right. Yes, that's what I'm seeing.
And then I also see Machina.
I see Machina too. Yeah, that's what I was referring to. I was like, should I comment about Machina?
Oh, that sucks. It's not supposed to be able to see that. Well, Legend Keeper.
Yeah, sorry about
That is a problem.
I can't even access that map.
Spoilers. I'm on the map that it looks like you're showing, Malcolm. I don't see
I'll
Malcolm.
start now because I start doubling down and really, because you normally when you those are they show as hidden and they're not hidden, which is that's frustrating. So Legend Keeper will have to hear from me.
Oh, I see.
Not sponsored by Legend Keeper.
Not anymore.
I would say, yeah, log out, log back in.
Oh, I just had a refresh.
Yeah, I
I'll
refreshed it,
refresh
but I
it.
don't see Malcolm.
I'm gonna hear.
Oh, he just Malcolm just got rid of him. He's gone.
Yeah, they're disappearing as
Well,
it-
I see how it is during Women's History Month. I can't see Malcolm.
We failed the
After a woman's
perception
I'm
check.
sorry, Malcolm. I try not to.
It's
get
all
in
right.
on this.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
You see, the party failed the group perception check while he was on that incinerator thing from Toy Story and got lowered in.
And so,
like you were in
I
the
mean-
droid factory, he got lowered into the thing of lava.
So it's not with that cat out of the bag, you notice a group of
That robot out of the bag.
yes, bugbears who are 4 of them walking through the crowd, and they are heading towards the closest side room, which looks like, if you're on the map here, it looks like it's over here. And they are walking on what looks like on like a large, maybe like a wooden plaque, or almost like if they were taking someone who was needed to go to the infirmary. But the humanoid lying on it is is a statuesque armor, and it is definitely Machina. You can see it, but kind of run down, not alive, not moving, but it is his body, and it's just like make way, move out of the way, and they're taking it towards that direction. What do you all do?
Hey, stop! That's
How far away are they?
Probably 40, 50 feet from you. Through a crowd, you kind of like spot them moving Machina through the crowd, like they're taking it to. There's two double doors where they're heading, and they're taking it beyond those doors.
Okay, I will. I don't have this many spell points, but I'm going to run as well. Can I run to 35 feet to my maximum distance?
Sure.
This?
Yeah, we're not in combat, so you can just run, like try to push through. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I won't catch up to them, but then I was hoping I could Misty Step on top of Machina, so I kind of like I was on top of him, and he'd fall to the ground with me on top of him.
Or they're just strong enough to carry both of you.
Or whichever way it goes. That's where I'm teleporting.
Okay, so you're gonna teleport on top of these guys to. Should I have my body ready? I'll get him eventually. I have him here, but for the sake of time and slowing things down, hopefully I'll find him. I thought I had him out. Okay, so they're carrying this Machina, and now you're going to just move forward and land on top. You're hoping that they drop Machina to the ground.
That's like my hope is that they could. I just honestly, Amnon really just wants to catch up to them, right? Because Machina is important to him, and so then Amnon really wants to teleport onto the machine and try to get his brain and to turn him on, because once he's on, that's it, But I have his brain.
Okay, so as you teleport up there and come out, and it's not too hard to land on the little plank basically that they're carrying him on. You like appear on top of Machina within a second. I mean, you need more time to like try to put his brain in, right? But they immediately feel the weight of you slamming down. Give me an advantaged athletics check.
Ooh. Okay. $15.
All right. So with a 15, only one of the bugbears failed. So because of that, almost like they're carrying this heavy weight, only one of them buckles under the pressure and scatters and falls into the crowd. So with the three of them, they kind of like lean, but they are able to hold it, and they see, well, what? Oh fuck! What's going on? And as you're literally on top of them, what are you doing? You ain't gonna steal this from us.
Steal nothing.
Your property. Fuck off! Get him off! And then give me a dex save as they try to shake you off of the.
I'm gonna start moving towards them.
Yeah, Demetria's moving towards the rumpus.
Hang on, Sitchel.
Satchel in my satchel.
What'd you get?
11.
They beat Ollie, so they throw you off to the ground. Machina scatters to the ground. You don't take any damage.
Ragdoll physics, Machina.
He's a dragon. Kick his ass, and then they all go rushing in to hit him with their mallets. Roll initiative.
Everyone?
Yeah, I mean, unless you don't have, but I mean, yeah, unless you try
We're
to
trying to get over
de-escalate,
there, but
the point is it's still initiative's going because they're about to like try to beat Amnon. I'm sure they don't know Amnon has all this power, but yeah, it's initiative time.
19.
Give me a second here.
I gotta count my spell points. Hold on. All right, not that many.
oh, the warlock life. Oh, the warlock life. Not many spell slots, but they're all the highest level they can be.
I've done 2 things, and I'm already like 30. I get 50% of what I can do total.
How much of your stuff resets at a short rest, though?
A short rest? I don't know. I don't think
Most
of your stuff, yeah.
Resets. Yeah.
Think you can pass another deck save by fireball?
No.
Jeez.
Sorry, I didn't take careful spell.
All right, so Red, what'd you get?
18.
Initiative. 19.
18.
18. Okay, Demetria.
4.
4.
Because.
Timpy.
19.
All right. And we're gonna play. This is since we started a little bit later. We're gonna play like a couple rounds, but we're near the end. Amnon.
I got an 8.
Makes sense. Bo.
Got an 11.
Okay. Alrighty. So to try to better position this for the sake of everyone being able to see what's going on in Bazaar. This is Amnon. The goblins, everyone around goes into an uproar. One of the bugbears is down from falling. The other 3 have surrounded him. And the rest of you are not far behind. Right here. And so yeah, that's where we're at for right now. So then, starting at the top of the round, Timpy, you would be the first to react, then Red, and then anyone after that. So we'll go like that way. So right now, Timpy, you are 19, and then Red is 18. So you see Amnon on the ground, and the body of Machina is there, but it's just laid out. What do you do?
But they're not. Are they looking to attack? Do I?
They're looking to attack Amnon because they think Amnon's trying to steal this
Right.
the body from them, and they don't know what's going on. Amnon just landed on top of them, and of course they're bugbears. They went into a frenzy, like fuck this guy.
Yeah.
So
Can
now
I?
they want to jump him.
For fuck's sake. Can I? I'm just gonna kind of jump, and I'm gonna grab Amnon, and I'm gonna be like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse my friend. Excuse my friend." Do they even understand me?
Yeah, you can do that. So give me a. So the thing is, I'm gonna give you disadvantage persuasion because you're trying to get them to hear you.
Yeah.
And they're bugbears who probably got hot tempered, right?
Yeah.
And easily angered. And so. Yeah, just give me a disadvantage persuasion. I will roll for all of them. All right, what you get? And
17.
there is Machina's body.
Oh, 14.
14.
I rolled it as advantage instead of disadvantage. My bad.
So as are you rushing and you're rushing up, right? Tim?
Yeah, I'm rushing up. I'm going to like, like
Tell
I
me what
know
you say
what
again.
Amnon's doing, but I'm just kind of like grabbing. I'm like, oh, excuse my friend. You know what I mean?
Yeah, excuse me, I'm sorry, it's an accident. And he goes, you back off. And like they like kind of like put their like wooden shields up and kind of push in. They kind of it seems like they're trying to hear what you're saying. But you can tell the two, so there's two of them that look like they're trying to comprehend what you're telling them. So which clearly means that while it's in the second, they're like, huh? What? What are you saying? But the other two behind are in mid-swing, swinging down on Amnon. So the other two of them are not caring and not listening. So what do you tell the ones that...
The ones who are trying to swing.
who
I'm just
are
like,
the two that are like kind of blocking in front of you. But
oh, I'm just trying to tell him that my friend, he's just trying to, I don't know. I'm
He's
trying to like
fix him.
I'm trying to like he thinks he knows him. He thinks he knows him. We're just trying
This
to
is
get
your friend,
this one, the
the
one jumping.
Dragonborn.
Yeah.
Should tear his crystals out of his head.
No,
Is he
there's
drunk?
no need for all that. Yeah. We've just been drinking. It's been a long night.
They have. So here's what I'll tell you. Until they can, if they're on your side or not, they lose their turn because they're engaging with you, right? So they're using their action to engage back with you. You don't really quite know whether they're gonna go with you or not or against you, but they're like, you got them paused. Red, you're up.
I'm gonna pat Bo on the leg and cast haste on him just in case,
Okay.
and spend 2 sorcery points to do that as a bonus action.
Okay. That's where you are.
And then
Some of the goblins are starting to try to move out of the way to make it clear for whatever's going on, the fight that's going down.
and then ask the bugbears. Shit, what was I gonna say? Is that a body, or is that an armor?
You don't know
And who does it belong to?
It belongs to Yuck, the goblin boss. And it's armor. It's clearly no body. It's just armor. But it's worth a pretty penny, and you trying to steal it from us.
Tempe, tell them. Just let me put this in.
Tempe is out of turn, so is Red at this point, unless Yep.
Ask my question. That's all I'd be able to ask in 6 seconds. Ask question, got reply.
Someone rages. This big figure jumps over this fire that's cooking rats, and it's a huge ogre, and it swings on Tempe, kind of like pushing through the crowd with his big hammer. Nat 1, and so it like swings the hammer and slams it into the ground, and its body goes with it, and it like face plants and falls down, and rolls over on its back, swinging
Tempe
its
looks up and
great
laughs.
Bo is up.
Well, I'm gonna go up to this ogre and I'm gonna attack it. First attack is a
Because he's down.
26 to hit.
It's gonna hit.
Tempe's laughing and watching Bo, and he's throwing punches.
Shit, I forgot to rage. Can I rage?
You can.
Oh. 21 damage on the first hit.
Ooh, yeah.
Remember, I'm gonna do Great Weapon Master. Does a 15 hit?
It does.
for 24 damage.
Yep.
And then I get another attack because of haste. For a... Fucking, I forgot to break with the master again. So, that's 27 to hit. For 13 damage.
13 more.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not looking good. Like, you're wailing. Like, you are either going to kill this ogre in the next attack, possibly, or the next 6 seconds or so, or unless you're gonna, if you're going for killing blow, it's gonna die. Basically, is what I'm saying. Unless you're gonna try to knock it out, because I imagine when you're about to kill something.
I guess we'll find out because I'm out of attacks this turn.
Out of attacks. Okay, so he's just like pummeling this huge ogre on the ground as this giant. Now, are you in your large form where people can see how foreboding you are? Bo?
Yeah.
Or yeah. So we see this huge, like half giant, still probably smaller than this thing. Just jump on him and start wailing into him. As he's hurting him, we move to Amnon, who's on the ground there.
Can I use my turn to try to put the hard drive into Machina?
That will take longer than 6 seconds to do. It just does. You can try it, but as you're fumbling with it, it does not look like something that could be done that easy. Because, remember, it's not a hard. From what I know, you guys went to this hard drive, but you guys have I described it as a brain. It's about this big, so you gotta take the top of his head off it and shove it in, and then hope that still does something. Now you did pull that little thing out of it, right? But I remember you put it back. So at this point, you got to get the brain inside of Machina. I don't think so. You can start it, but you'd be using your turn to just start the process, right? That's what you'd be doing. So you'd be one step closer, and I would make you give me a sleight of hand to successfully get the first stage in. That's if you want to.
Okay. I was just curious on what the process would be, or if I slam him in really quick.
Because I mean, let's just we're just being realistic, right? You can't just he his body wears a helmet too, so
there's 80 wires in there with 79 different ports and connections.
Yeah, I don't think it's just slamming in and it just fires to life. Because he's arcanic, but he's also someone painstakingly put Machina together, so I don't think it would be that simple to wire him back up.
Okay.
So you can do something else with your turn if you think that'd be better served. I don't want you to waste your turn if you feel it.
Yeah, instead I want to just turn to the crowd, and I want to use what is it? Prestigitation? Is that how you pronounce it? And I want to make myself look bigger and kind of take a theme from Araka, right?
Okay.
And just be just tell everybody at the top of my voice, just stop.
Okay. So just call out this huge stop. What I will give you is because of what's your modifier on intimidation?
+5.
+5. Okay, that's adequate. So I'm just going to give you advantage on the room because the spell is making you bigger. Because the presentation always works, but let's see if you can actually, in the moment, pull off a spell that feels that foreboding that it would stop a room full of bugbears, a hall full of goblins from their mischief.
Okay.
Go for it. And then for them, I'm going to roll for... If you can convince, there's the bugbears that have to roll. There's the goblins in the room. So let's roll for the least. Oh no, that's one. That's not what I wanted. Let's see how many of them you can convince.
Legend says they're still rolling.
Good Lord,
Fortune. That was Wheel of Fortune right there.
A million dice fall from the ceiling and kill us all.
So that's how many voices you are trying to. That's how many people you are trying to convince with this.
As long as I convince the bugbears, that's fine.
What'd you get?
I got a 16.
16. Let's see.
Malcolm's looking around the hall.
Okay. A lot of the merchants and everyone are terrified. They're like, ah! The guy was like, people are like shutting their merch, like closing up, like for the night, like you in like a second, just you watch like the whole armory thing like just fold up, like it was like it went up, like it just goes down, collapses. A lot of them, many of them run into their tents and hide. Some of the guards like drop. You see their bows like falling off the ceiling. But two of the orcs, like two of the bugbears, drop their weapons. One that's already scared is on the ground, looking up at your foreboding voice. But the two that are angry, two of them stay in and stay engaged, and they're like, it's magic, and at least 10 of the guards on the ceilings that have bows trained on you still keep their bows trained and do not miss a heartbeat.
Okay.
So as you look around Amnon, you realize that you have more enemies other than the two bugbears in front of you.
I don't know.
Good thing is you at least half the guards. You almost swayed half the guards to like not attack this round. So
Cool.
okay, so good shit there. So as like some of them are, there's like all this chatter, like what are they? They've got too much power, too much strength. We then move to Demetria, and Demetria, you'll be the last to go right now before the Goblin Band.
And how far away from me is Amnon?
Amnon from. You also remember, you also do have Lady Silverhands as still and have her abilities, but nothing above level 4.
I don't have access to stuff over 4 anyway.
Yeah, and then and sorry, where's Demetria? You are. Oh, she's right here. She's
Purple.
She's only 10 feet away from him.
All right, I'm going to bonus action cast Sanctuary on Amnon.
Okay.
So he will be warded against attack. A silver shield of glowing light will kind of appear around him and then fizzle out. Anyone who tries to attack him is going to need to make a wisdom saving throw, and if they fail, they have to attack someone else.
Anyone who attacks Amnon has to. Okay.
Yeah, it's anything who targets the warding creature with an attack or a harmful spell must first make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, they either need to choose a new target or lose the attack.
Okay.
It doesn't save him from area attacks, but it does ward him against attacks. And that'll be my bonus action.
Okay.
And then for an action, Tempe and Bo have got this big guy handled. I'm gonna try and stand next to Amnon and Machina and intercept a bugbear. So I'll try and smack Rooney a bugbear. Whichever one. They're all equally not hurt. So not the two who are talking to him, but the two that are still pulling back to try and get him.
The problem is the two that are talking, you gotta push through them to get to the two that were fighting. So, but yeah, I'll allow it. Go ahead.
All right, so some attacks with the Mace of Disruption. Plus 8. First attack is going to be a 19.
All right, it's gonna hit.
And they're not undead or fiends or anything.
Nope.
So, I'll drop a first level smite on this guy, just cause. That'll be 6, 12, 15, plus 4, 19.
19 damage on that bugbear. Oof.
Yep. Is he under
Just
25?
Wallop bugbear. He is.
He's under 25. Then he needs to make a wisdom saving throw. DC 15.
How much damage did you do? How much was the first hit?
I did 6, 12, 15 plus 4. So 19.
Okay, so 90. Yeah, he's definitely under. He's under. So he's looking. His bell is completely wrong.
All right, wisdom saving throw, please.
And he fails. The 6.
He disintegrates.
Oh my god! Oh my god! You guys are killing. Okay, the first death is there. Like you're killing people. He's like slowly gets turned into dust.
Redemption. No.
You just need to convince him afterwards he got teleported somewhere.
Can I say, how about this? Can I say that for my second, instead of doing my second attack, I'm like posted up in front of Amnon. I've just literally turned this guy.
Are you trying to take that back? You can't take that back. I'm disintegrating
that bugbear. No, I'm not taking it back.
Okay.
But so that's first attack. But
Okay.
once that happens, I'm going to, instead of doing my second attack, I'm going to face the other bugbears and I'm going to say, next motherfucker gets it.
Love it. Give me an intimidation check.
With advantage?
With advantage.
Okay, cool.
because of you're standing right next to Amnon's what is it? Devilish, like fiery figure.
Yes, and because I just did that.
Yeah.
Okay, so intimidation, I am am I proficient in that? I am. So with a +7 and 18, 25.
25. Okay. So
Back the fuck up!
3 of the bugbears, all of them back down. Well, one of them just disintegrated. So it was 4. So yeah,
Sorry.
they all begin to
He had a
back up.
family.
Is that end of your turn?
Yeah, I'll have that be my
Alright.
turn. Just trying to intimidate them to back off after I've just...
And suddenly you hear like someone else casting the prestidigitation like through the room. How dare you bring your magician magic to my hall?
Prestidigitation. Is it extremely petty of me to, as he starts to do that, if I turn and I say, shut up, and I counterspell him casting prestidigitation?
So then you hear it go from very rolling through the halls to just hearing someone yelling it over the, like very like yelling it over the, how dare you bring this to my halls? No one
Amnon yells
Fights!
with spell
No
still.
one fights
What?
in the goblin halls. And then you start to see goblins scurrying through the holes, filling in the spaces where the others not, punching the other ones who drop their bows as the arrows begin to rain down from the
We will fight in
sky
the shade.
as they will fight in the
Alonso.
shade. And we crash to black and in tonight's episode.
Best use of counterspell ever.
Yeah.
I'm like, no. Turn the volume down.
Dude, we've been through hell. We're done.
Yeah, I think hell changed us. We're not willing to. We're like, no, we're not doing it.
So we will pick back up in the Goblin Bazaar that I thought you were going to shop at, that you turned into a bloody...
I have
Hey.
$10.
I love it.
I just want to state for the record that Tempe.
We were not supposed to introduce
Oh, my
Machina
God.
for a little bit, but that cover got blown. So
The shopping was cut short.
The shopping was cut. I was
Yeah.
like, this was the shopping episode, but God
Yeah,
damn
we-
it, Legend Keeper! I gotta send them
I
an
do
email.
love the way it looks, though. I do love the aesthetics of. I do love the imagery of Goblin Market. I do love it.
Yeah, it
Same.
was fun. There was some fun stuff in there, but yeah, I will say they don't have the most useful shit in here. But like, you know, one guy sells
Like a bunch of
Yeah.
bent spoons.
One guy sells like purple worm dung that you can rub on yourself that keeps monsters at bay because no one likes purple
Oh,
worm dung. So, but if you keep it on you, then it turns the
Is
orcs.
Gross.
Bo fighting with that little goblin inside his jacket still?
Yes, a little like Snatchel's just in there, like
Snatchel!
With Snatchel just
Hashtag Return of the King. Hashtag Return of the King.
oh man. So I will keep this battle scenario. together.
I love Snatchel. I will say, because one of my favorite things that ever happens in D&D is there's moments sometimes where you don't think about your reaction, but then you just do something like in character, like roleplay wise. Those are always like the best moments for me.
Oh yeah.
And the first time I ever had one of those moments with you as a DM, Malcolm, was with Snatchel, because we found him in that barrel after I told him to stop working for the bugbear or whatever, and I wasn't even thinking, and I was just like, Snatchel! Snatchel! I got so mad. I was happy, and then I got so mad.
I love that Snatchel's a legacy character.
Yeah.
And this is gonna break though, so he'll be in the fight next game. But the slot. But we'll have fun. We'll have fun.
Oh, I can't wait to fight that rift.
I will say, playing a barbarian now, I'm very excited to just hit things.
Oh my god, you're just hitting you're fucking destroying everything. Like no one's getting a turn if Bo goes first, you're not even getting a turn.
Respect for new guy is growing.
Like, and then Bo was like, and they had the nerve to be like, and then I actually also want to add that I'm kind of like a bear while like. I was like, overkill much? That thing is dead.
And now he's hasted, so now he gets an extra attack.
Oh my gosh.
And
Yeah,
double
so-
movement.
Next turn, I'll be able to do 4 attacks on my turn.
Yeah, you guys are fucking super strong. I mean, you should be fine. I would say you should be just fine, even still.
After all that talk in the chat, Malcolm, after all that death save talk. By the way,
yeah, I didn't know where you guys were gonna go. You know, it's a dungeon. So I was just.
Well, speaking of that, though,
half the time I'm just talking shit, and sometimes it actually turns into something, and then it seems like I planned it. So I just was like.
That's why we always have to believe you every time you say something.
So if you actually would have been dying this episode, I'd have been like, see.
The boy who cried wolf, the boy who cried death save.
Just like,
And then we would have tried to cancel you.
I knew this whole first level was like pretty simple for you all.
It's first level. It's like the mines in Stardew Valley. First level, nothing's going on.
I low-key now want to just go to the very bottom.
It's so funny because Demetria had said
down there.
earlier on that like she was like, "Oh, I want to see some goblins," and it was so funny because I was like, "Well, as soon as we get to level 2, there's a bunch of them." They're already planned. It's already built into this episode.
Yay!
Yeah, goblins galore.
Goblins galore.
Now you guys are gonna tear their home apart. They built a great economy, a good system. Things are working. Fucking heroes, man.
Fucking heroes, the worst.
Good. The fucking good guys, man. They always do this shit.
We'll reinvest in the infrastructure. We'll reinvest.
For Emery, I can say I've told you guys about it, but I have the book called "Everybody Hates a Goblin," and it's so cute because it just talks about the goblin. He wakes up every day. He goes and checks on the dungeon supplies. He talks to his friend the skeleton, who was an adventurer in his past life, who died somehow in a dungeon's been in a dungeon forever. And then halfway through the middle of his day, he's just finished chewing on his favorite boot for breakfast. Fucking heroes come through, raid the dungeon, take all the gold. They take his friend the skeleton and run off with him because the friend had like a gold helmet, had a crown on, and so he goes on this adventure like to find his friend skeleton. It's so good.
Nah.
It's a great little book.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know if it teaches the right things though, since it says all the heroes are bad guys. But
Well, aren't they?
yeah,
Look at where we are.
Yeah.
I mean,
They can all be redeemed.
Link in Legend of Zelda. Yeah, he just busts every house, breaks all their pots, steals all their gold, all their rupees.
Yeah. It's us. We're the problem.
oh man, yeah, it's good stuff. Good. Oh,
All right,
man.
I'm going to sleep, you guys.
Yeah, man. Cool,
All right.
cool. Yeah.
Bye, Sean.
Shit.
Night.
Hey, I really want to see this fucking GIF of this game. I'm very excited.
I'll try to do it. I keep forgetting.
I know you do. That's why I'm reminding you, because this got to be my favorite.
I
session.
take the notes. You do the last night you missed on Dragon.
Right. That's right.
It's tough because I didn't know how the dungeon session was gonna go because you're so constrained by like each room in the rooms. But there's some cool like dungeons they're fun and they're like taxing because at the same time every room.
I can't imagine going through this without a map.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. It's literally so. The way you would play this, because this is one of the classic dungeons, and so the only reason I gave you guys a map, I was gonna put this on Roll20 and made you go through it with the darkness on, but I said but I knew that Durham would have a map. Oh, what I do know before you guys need to go, because I had you roll a check early on and it was failed. I need a insight check from Amnon before, this would be like the post credits.
21.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
The last time you looked at the map, remember I told you how fresh the ink was?
Yeah.
It's fading. So the map is a time map because they don't want the resistance people, so you gotta like move or the ink fades. So now roll a d4 for me. Actually roll a d6 for me.
That's smart.
So the magical ink is slowly fading and eventually you're gonna have a what?
1.
Oh my god!
No.
So you guys' map is like, I won't say how long, but it's 1 away from, if that's 1, that 1
Well, it's
is
a good
like
thing we've
24
got
hours.
Snatchel now.
That 1 could be 12 hours, that 1 could be 6 hours. But think of it, you've only been down here for maybe an hour, and it's really faded. So you guys are running out of, so that's something for Amnon to know, that the map is fading. Maybe
Just quickly paint over it with a regular pen.
Maybe, so yeah. So
I have
Really good idea.
I have the Outlander background, so if you also let me look at that, I might be able to remember the map because you have an excellent memory for maps and geography.
Oh, that's good too.
yeah. In old D&D, you would have to have a cartographer, and you'd have somebody that literally just drew the map, like. So you say DM says left, okay, you'd like.
I would love to. That sounds like so much fun.
It's actually a lot of fun because I actually did it in a Morkboard game, in a Cyborg game 2 weeks ago. It was rough, but we were all like drawing the map, and the DM goes, yeah, there's D100 rooms in here, and we're like, fuck. But it was like the whole dungeon was a puzzle, but we had to like get things right. So we were never gonna go through 100, but we had to like get certain things right so that we could get out of the dungeon. Or every time we failed, we went to another random room that was ridiculous. But yeah, it was kind of cool as we were mapping the dungeon out with pen and paper. So yeah, but, cool. Yeah.
I like it. All right,
So now, if you gotta go, jump off.
yeah,
Good game.
yeah.
Uh,
Later,
Have
yeah.
fun.
I got like 5 more minutes in me, and I'm gonna jump off too. But yeah, good stuff.
And then there were 3. Oh wait,
There
no.
were 3?
Wait, no.
And then there were 4.
There were 4.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I will say on one hand, I love having Snatchel, but now I'm sad because he's not with Amina.
I know.
He's like, she sent him off to Goblin College, and this is what he ended up doing.
I can imagine at some point he had to go off on his own, and I imagine Shadow just keeps finding himself in trouble wherever he goes.
Always locked up in little cages, this guy.
So yeah, he got locked up. Yeah, I decided to put him in there because I mean that's kind of been a returning thing. Is like to find places that old characters that some of you, like Easter eggs would know where they would be.
Hashtag Return of the
story.
King.
Yes.
Lex, wait, Lex, look at the camera.
Hello? I can't. Hello?
I believed you that was your real dyed hair, you son of a bitch.
I told you it was a wig.
And then I
It was a
thought that
wig
was you
earlier
being
on. You guys are
facetious. I
so
thought you
funny.
were
No.
lying.
I straight up told you it was a wig.
I thought that you were doing that thing where you're like, oh no, it's a wig. Like, I thought you were lying for the bit, and I was about to apologize and be like, actually, Lex, that color looks really nice on you.
At first it got me too because he was like, "Oh no, Malcolm, I just died." I was like, no, it looks too perfect. It looks too different from your like hair. It doesn't like your hair dyed. It's like
The texture was wrong. The curls were gone, but
Yeah,
that's what dyed
yeah.
Hey,
it.
but that's
was
what
the-
happens when you dye your hair sometimes.
I
Yeah,
know. That's
that's
why I
true.
bought it.
So
Like, I was gonna be like, Lex, sorry, I
he
know I
made
have
me
a
feel
little
bad
harsh
too.
there.
I just fought through it. I was like,
It's very funny though, because he was like, "Where'd you get that wig?" And I was like, I dyed my hair."
and I was like, I'm sorry. Like I've been on the back foot this entire episode since you guys brought up Women's History
And then I
Month.
get on the
just
call
said,
and I'll be like, Alex, what the fuck did you do to your hair?
no more compliments to any of my
Ugh.
players ever. You guys are. I love it. I love how it changed a little bit for a second. Like, man.
Who is that?
Oh,
I had my hair
Thank you.
this color.
I will say, Malcolm, thank you for saying I looked nice. I don't dress up that often.
No,
so.
I just it's when I see interview, I notice everybody changes a little bit, or a little something's a little different. That's all I was saying.
I just realized that you're not still dressed up.
No, I changed out of that dress. The keyhole back, the dress back is a keyhole and
I
cut
have
out.
to go back and see was there like a slow transition as you were like slowly changing through game?
I think it was during one of the breaks.
Yeah, well, it was when I got my food. Kind of, I got my food. I turned my camera off, and then I just was like, "Fuck it," and I was like trying to slowly disassemble it. I undid the button at the back just because I was like, I hate the feeling of it.
I hate being like in work clothes or in event clothes, like while I'm at home doing stuff. So I know that feeling. You're just like, dude, I gotta get out of this.
Yeah, it's weird because usually I will dress up when I teach because I do try and look nice. So I have like all my work blouses and blazers and stuff. I do try and look nice, but then it's when I come home. The first thing I do is change into like casual clothes. And so even on days where I work and we have D&D, I'll be in casual clothes with like my makeup still on is basically it. I won't be like in the clothes I actually teach in. Like I wouldn't teach in this shirt. Like I would I said as if this was like a terrible shirt.
Yeah. I personally wore short shorts to work today.
Oh, fun.
I wish I could.
I mean, I did it for the double standard. Because it's getting warmer in the factory, and a lot of the women are wearing a lot of short shorts. So I decided to wear short shorts.
Good, we love that.
Equality.
Do it.
I know.
Dave, any comments?
You said what?
Were there any comments from your coworkers on the short shorts?
A lot. Everyone was like, "You've got thick legs."
Rude.
No, that's when you say thank you.
So,
that's a compliment. Because I got skinny arms.
Okay.
And I just look skinny
thick
overall.
with 2 C's. Thick with 2 C's. Okay, no, yeah, that's
No, just THICK, like muscular legs.
Thick.
Like I don't got chicken legs. Like I look like I do not skip leg day.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
So if I actually do
Yeah.
And then the president of the company saw me, and he was trying not to laugh because the short shorts I was wearing are called skivvy shorts, and they're like the Marine Corps PT shorts. And he was a Marine officer,
right?
So he immediately recognized them.
What you're rocking? He's like, "Oh, I know what you're doing here."
And it also doesn't help that I was wearing boots and boot socks. I covered like half my shin.
We gotta send us pictures.
Pics or didn't happen.
Yeah.
I'm not putting those boots on again. I wear thick wool socks for 10 hours in boots.
Woof.
Yeah.
I will say one thing is because I wore heels to this event, which I like don't even do most of the time because I will walk to campus. But this time, knowing I would do this, I wore heels because I would be driving, but you can't drive in heels. So I brought my Birkenstocks. Going from like, not like stiletto heels are not that tall, but skinny heels to Birkenstocks to start driving, it felt so nice. The transition.
I can only imagine.
From something with straps and no arches to arches and no straps. It was heaven. I was enjoying the drive home so much.
Love it.
Yeah, where are they? Here. My fancy event shoes.
Oh, nice.
And then I have to dress up again tomorrow.
Yeah.
Do you like dressing up or not so much? Is it like
it depends actually on the outfit because some of the outfits are comfier than others.
Right.
Sometimes I'll wear an outfit and I'll be like, why did I choose this? I knew I was going to be out here for 6 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, I found my little goblin.
Oh,
no, is that the one you got from WonderCon?
Yeah.
Oh,
the
nice.
right way or the wrong way? Wrong way.
Oh, that is cute.
Love
it.
Dude, I need to paint my Warforged mini for the Strahd. Poor Steven. The Strahd game has been. We've had to skip like a month because people just can't meet.
That sucks. I hate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was happening to my in-person game for a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then one of my in-person games got canceled.
Yeah. Where are you guys at in Strahd still?
We just got to Argeveinstalt.
Ah, yes.
Argeweinstolt, and we've checked out the monastery where we were about to drop Irina off, and then all of the shadiness started happening. And we weren't having it. We'd had enough at that point. We have been to 2 towns. We have seen some things, and we were just like, actually, no, we're not. This isn't happening. and so we left. But what's it? We have the Steven gave us the little jester robot dude early.
Yes,
what's his name?
that dude.
Piddlewick, my little brother Piddlewick.
Yeah.
Who's
That's
actually
great.
old.
I like Piddlewick.
So and yeah, so we've been having fun. we've been having fun dropping
early. You might not ever find Piddlewick normally because he's just somewhere in the castle. So typically,
yeah,
but so I like that he made him part of the story. That makes
it's because
cool.
because I've never played Strahd before. I had no idea. I made a robot jester, and Steven was like, "Seriously?"
Oh, I would have probably done something completely similar because it's like you got like a little robot character. I mean, or a little jester. You've got Piddlewick. That makes sense. You got to do something with that. I'm surprised. There's a. Be quiet. There's a lot.
Unlike this game where we're taking the NPCs everywhere, we keep dropping our NPCs off at like daycare. We keep like.
I wish you guys would drop these NPCs off somewhere. I'm trying to get Silverhands and old boys to Skullport so they can chill out for a while. Then I can finally.
You weren't doing much with them this time.
You guys, you guys aren't doing much with them. You guys actually didn't even use them this time, so I was actually surprised. So it actually worked out. But I was like,
and now that Tempe and Stigott are best friends, isn't that a price worth paying?
Yeah, out of nowhere,
Tempe and Stigott be friends.
I couldn't help the chance of getting rust monsters, magical rust monsters.
First, you cap her spells at 4, and then you remove his helmet.
And then you guys killed them with, was it something like you killed with what? No. What was, actually, I'm trying to think about who killed them. Oh no, they killed 2 of them.
No, we didn't kill any of them. We didn't kill any of them. They fell asleep.
Yeah, you put them to sleep. So that was just super above table meta and smart because then nobody touched them with their weapons, which they were.
That's why I didn't want to fight them.
I wanted you to fight them. I was like, come on.
Literally, right before the session, or was this yesterday? I think this was yesterday. Malcolm was like, you can have this weapon that I asked for. I was
like, I gave him this magical weapon. I was just like, hit the rust monster, please.
No. No.
Let me have that back.
No.
This is it's giving me and that slime monster with my magical armor where you're like...
Here, I'm going to put what this thing does in the Discord.
I know that thing. I recognize what these things were because I actually read an article recently about all the creatures in the D&D movie. And they're briefly in a scene in the D&D.
Yeah, they're very, it's hard to catch them. They're in the scene where they're going through the castle and they're fighting over a rusty lock. But I thought you guys knew about them before the movie because they are. I've put them on a. If you do more than if you do a horde of them, yeah, that's fun. But usually these were like slightly magical versions because at your level they don't threaten you too much because the average rust monster doesn't hurt magical items. So all of you have magical items. But when you first start D&D, you get screwed by them if your weapons.
They would just straight eat Machina.
Now most people's armor is not magical, so if they get on your armor and they don't even have to bite you, their antennas just touch. As they touch the metal, the antennas start to dissolve the metal, and then they can eat it. So the antennas is what makes it rust and get soft, so that they can actually chew into it. So yeah, they're pretty nasty.
I'm not even wearing armor.
Yeah, dissolve this.
Yeah. I know it was like a D&D movie session. You guys got a gelatinous cube, you got some rust monsters, you got all the little flavors in there for this session.
I still can't believe
as soon as you said that hallway was clean, I'm like, slime.
Yeah. Yep, that was the nod.
I
wanted them to go down the hall on the opposite side of them, but they had no reason to, and I knew that. I was hoping they wouldn't. But
we've learned discretion ish. We've learned hallway discretion. We haven't learned encounter discretion, but we've learned hallway discretion. We've learned not to go poking our noses where we're not supposed to.
But usually where there's bad things, if you survive it, there's good things. There's usually really good things. So yeah.
It's a risk we can't take right now.
I want to say I gotta hop off.
Staying together.
Yes. I gotta go get some work done before the morning and give the wife a little break. in case Emery's up. But this was fun, and so I will say you guys should be. Well, we'll see after this situation. Level 2, level 3. Yeah, if you get through level 2, then we'll. So I think we'll see how next session goes. I won't try to judge it. I won't try.
Malcolm slowly dropping more and more metal-eating monsters into level 3 between us and Skullport.
Yeah, should be good.
Yeah, good game today, Malcolm. I know you said that you weren't feeling prepared, but it was really good.
Thank you. Yeah, I just was like, if we would have had it on win like yesterday, I don't think I would have felt as confident. So I was able to like sit with it a little bit. I was just like all of it was prepared, but sometimes I feel like I need to like kind of read through it a little bit more and sit with it and make sure the dungeon makes sense and all that stuff. There was a whole section I was supposed to talk about. Even I had about Red, because Red knows a little bit about the lore, but since we just kind of kept moving, I never went on like the lore of Undermountain. I don't think even that matters. So yeah, it was good. It worked. And we're tearing the. I love it. It's almost like we're back to square one with level. It's like I feel like we're in a tavern brawl.
Yes,
with level 12 characters now. So
and hey, our first tavern brawl was in the yawning portal. Now we're under the yawning.
Yeah, now we're under the yawning portal. So I love it.
Weird.
And I have up to 6 level spells that I can't use.
Go lower. I'll say they might start to. There's it's about the proximity to Waterdeep.
Okay, because I was wondering, because like earlier you said level 3, right? Level 3 was the cap, and we were up on top.
No, yeah, I'm saying. So what I'm saying is it's Well, what I said was up to level 3, so you can cast anything up to level 3. Mm-hmm. Level 4 is where your spells are not working. But what I was saying is go deeper in the mountain. The magic that's keeping you from casting. If you leave Waterdeep, you're fine. So if you leave the deeper you go, more of those spells may come back because you might get away from wherever the magic that is cutting them off is. So yeah, but you guys are only supposed to go to level 3 in this dungeon. I hear somebody else say you want to go deeper. I say save.
We don't have time. We have stuff.
You don't have time to go back.
We don't have time.
But if you guys now you know if you ever want to have a dungeon delve or the mad mage, then yes, this thing is like 25 levels of just insane.
I do also love how I was trying to bullshit Demogorgon with, oh no, yeah, we're friends with the mad mage. Like, well, maybe you're friends with, oh no, wait, we actually are friends with Obaya.
Yeah, no, it's so funny. I was waiting for you guys to say anything about Xanathar, because then they would have been like, oh, where was Xanathar, like kind of deal.
We're so used to lying to get out of stuff. We're like, there's no way that the truth could actually be helpful.
There are maps online I can't even find around of each of these levels that I've shared with you. They are only a portion of the original real map because it's so fucking big. So they leave it to you. They literally because they just didn't even include them in 5th edition because they were like, nobody dungeon crawls like this. So you'll see at the edges of the map, they now just say stuff like, they'll say
it was like expands to dungeon.
Yeah, so they'll say, oh, it just this road or this road, this lead and this hall, these just expand to deeper in the. But if you go online, you can find the original map where this expands. So they've just like zeroed in on the center of the map and just put that in the book, and all of that is just, and there's more to that level, and there's 23 of them. So yeah, they used to get crazy with maps in D&D back in the day. Like you'd be like, "Oh, there's no way." There's absolutely no way.
Hey, dungeons comes first. Dungeons and
dungeons comes first. So I'm with it. I get it. I like it. So that's pretty cool. But all right, folks. Well, good game.
All right.
I'll let y'all
good
chat.
Game.
I'll hop off.
GG.
Peace.
Peace.